and I guess I'll post the stuff for Mizumi. Where is Mizumi? Okay.
We're live?
Yep, we should be live. I'm just doing a tweet before that. I mean, we're still live, but I doubt there is anyone yet. Waiting for people to join around.
Getting more out of that Kumi 2D avatars.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I should have you around too. I will be able to add you.
I mean, I'm not that needed, especially if I'm not saying that much, but sure.
Yeah, but might as well. And if not is here, I will have to do that.
Oh, yeah.
I need them to be on VC. Before the penalty. Tomorrow.
I should fire that up also on YouTube.
Hmm?
I'm just getting all of the the chats on my screen.
Yeah.
Just in case. So yeah, we're still setting up, but like informative stream, right? Asking questions about the game and other stuff like that.
Yeah. And we would not answer the glove on fight comment, even though that's a funny one. But do I have like a tag on glove on fight? That I must have at some point. Tagged in Twitch are not that used, so I don't know as much. Here you go. You have you're a bit little, but that because there is stuff later on in the middle. But yeah, hello. Tell us if the sound is alright too. Just realized that the sound were not set up, so I just set up that real quick. We should be maybe a bit loud, but I think like we should be clear normally.
Yep, I'll just say a couple of things too, just to see if it works.
Yeah.
I see. I have an avatar here. Okay. We sound okay? Sweet.
They might like move that around, but
yeah.
We'll
Vic
see.
is a little louder. Okay, or was that me being too quiet? Just asking. I mean, I'm just
I see we are at the same level, so I'm not so sure how... I don't know if it's just tonality of our voices differences, because level-wise I see we're both the same.
yum.
But yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that will be the fun thing. Will there be people? And question.
I mean,
overall, yeah.
So might be because Vic's voice recording has a lot more bass in it. Oh yeah, maybe.
Beans. But yeah.
But yeah, like basically, Vic put the stream together quickly. It's just as the background says, ask anything about Bearingfest LimitOver. A couple of people said they'd come by to ask questions about games, game plan and stuff, or systems. So we'll wait a little bit for them to filter in, though we can talk about other things.
We have more or less four people that are like yes for this time, and four that were like yes but a bit later. So it will some will trickle a bit later, and some should be around here already. So yeah, if anyone has any question, feel free to ask. I do have BizHawk set up to show up like stuff. I do have like Chrome set up if we need to watch like a video. So yeah, on that side, definitely set up, basically waiting for questions about characters, combos, any tips, matchups, problem, any stuff that you have problem with, basically.
Yeah.
If the beginner tournament is today or tomorrow, it is tomorrow. It is tomorrow at basically the same time as this stream right now. But I assume like people will be more available because it will be a Saturday.
Yeah. So to clarify, in 24 hours, because the tomorrow part will depend on your time zone.
Fair enough, indeed, yeah.
Yeah.
In 24 hours, minus 7 minutes.
yeah. We'll do the beginner tournament, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, like any type of questions are okay. So it can be like just lore, or is this game also from something like just to tide us over, basically?
Yeah, we'll avoid any setup retro stuff, because that's not the purpose for it. If possible, if you have a problem, you can go into the Discord and ask in the help questions. We'll be happy to help.
Yeah, I guess for now, since this is like a weird thing, I guess you could show off like some combo system strangeness and corner stuff. Too new to even ask what the question is. Well, you can do simple questions too, right? Even there's no stupid questions today.
Exactly.
So if it's just like, what am I supposed to do with my character, or what do I do against a specific character?
Do you even have a character? Do you want like a small like example of what characters are supposed to be? That can also be a thing.
Yeah. Definitely know you want to play Kumi. Perfect.
That's
Kumi.
A good
Kumi game plan. Go. Sorry. Kumi game plan. Go. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Kumi, I choose you. Yeah, Kumi is very easy to begin with. Harder to optimize, but that's something for you later on. So I guess I can remove the hitboxes. Why do I remove hitboxes? I don't need that like all the time. I'll save. You'll see that one of the main tool that is useful is this move. You'll also like see quickly that this move can pose problems. But then let's start with
2B, right?
Yes, 2B. 2B or sweep. It reach far and you have like this wonderful easy combo to do. Like as soon as that you connect with it. Because it's a long range sweep and it's connecting into like the 2BB. Which if you're new to the game, I guess, if you hold it down, as you can see here, and press B and B again, it will do like the sweep into launcher. That is fairly unique to this game, but that's how like you do like launcher combos in this game. For the first 8 hit, you can do it like, you can loop it. And then after that you have to go in the air or like finish with something else if you are not confident with air series right now. Some idea to finish it like outside of loops. Can be like, oh my god. Let me just do that from the corner again. Why is it lagging? Like why do I not... There we go. So... or to finish like a loop if you don't want to go into air series. Like finishing into this is a lot of stun, so that's generally like the best thing you want to do.
Is that 2-2A or 2-2B?
For the maximum stun, 2-2B is recommended. You can also like learn later how to jump cancel it. And if you have meter and want to do something like then 2-2C will also do basically the same for a lot of stuns. As you can see, definitely it stun Megumi. Here, and another version that you'll see later on is if you do quarterback C, which like deals a bit more damage, but generally will open up for more combo after, once you're like a bit more advanced. But that's something for later. You can like combo after it. Yeah, I think I'll go with the easy mode combo. I was struggling with the one that went into the air. Yep. Yeah, if you're not used to multi-type combo where you just go in the air and do like an air series, that is definitely fine for like for beginning, like to just end with that, and you can jump cancel it if you want to. This one is pretty not strict to jump cancel, and you can like mix up from that. I'll finish with the tools. Let's see. Well, is there like any specific tools? Yeah. So this move is very good. The problem with it is if you whiff it, you don't want to whiff it, or you want to try to cancel it in something else, but the window is kind of tight. So only try to do that as a confirm as first. That'd be my recommendation is as a confirm like from 2A, so that you can come from 2A to B. Or like when you know people are not blocking low, but that's something that you'll see more when people like start to use the auto guard, which beginners don't, so they will always block lows. And the bait you like to mix up with Kumi is 6B. That's an overhead. So you can like, if they are blocking low, you can like combo out, maybe Megumi is too small. Yeah, you can combo with 5C. So doing like a 2-8 tick into like a 6B overhead is something that will open like a lot of people, and then you can jump cancel. Or if you're not confident in jump cancel, you should be able to do a 2-2. But it is, I guess, tighter to cancel. Yeah. I would recommend like still to at least go into 5Cs. That's easier to... Is Megumi just that small? Yeah. To try. Because yeah, 5C is easier to cancel and lead to better combo. Is that enough for a first view? Let me see.
I think for now that's okay. Flower Salt has like a more like system-wide question, so let's get to that.
Yep. So my question is, what is the strategy around clashing? Like, why not just mash A? Or do we beat someone who just keep mashing A during a clash? How do I set that up? Oh. There you go. The frame perfect mash. So you're true that technically if you can mash hard, though here she's mashing frame perfect render cancel, so that will not really happen against like a normal human. You can even see that like some of the jab don't even come out. So what you do like Johnny to win? That's funny that the animation is like not even coming up. So like something that will open up like if people are just mashing a move. Let me just create like some space and go here. If you clash like a low or anything that goes under or like around the thing. But to answer like more widely, what is the strategy around clashing? You have to react to what they are clashing with. Because first, like, let's stop this mash. If you clash with like a normal, they can do a lot of things after it. Generally, they can like wow, I want to clash. They can jump cancel. They can like do like a special cancel, a super cancel. They have a lot of options. If they clash with a special, by example, like this 2-2B, they can only do two things from there. From special, they can only do a super, or if the special like allow like to jump cancel, like it's the case for like Kumi's right here, you will be able to jump cancel at the jump cancel window of your special. But for me, as you see that it's a bit late here, so I can do it here. Well, we'll trade.
which in itself for this situation, right, if you jump cancel that, you can kick her in the face with jump C. I think that gets around the jab, right?
Yeah, you should just like how to do, but yeah, you see, you could do something like that, or like if they read that you're jumping out, they might jump after you, and then you try to grab them or pressure them with the move. It highly depends situations. That's why like this game is wide open in terms of game plan and like situation. You have a lot of situation happening, which can be overwhelming at first, but it is like the meat of the game. Like characters are technically easy to let you kind of focus more like on what are the situation and how to answer them. Because those will be quite varied.
Yeah, if I may.
Yep.
Like basically, crash situations on the ground, to distinguish those from the air, because air gets funky. If two people are like horizontally lined up and there's some sort of clash situation, you have to consider basically what's the speed of the moves that can come out and what's your distance. So Kumi, of course, like you getting around people by going low. If they're going high, that is definitely always an option. But like if like you clash with someone that just doesn't have as much range as you, no problem, right? You just smack another button in there. It's basically your situation to control. If you're on the receiving end of that, you probably want to super jump or dash, doing a dash attack or something else to close the distance. Or if you think this whole situation in the clash is just too dangerous for you, just backdash out, right? Or super jump. Super jumps have startup in vulnerable frames. Exit the situation, right? So that's going to be your most common responses. Once people are bold enough to be stuck in and actually exchange a few more buttons, the C button becomes kind of important, as well as moves that are a little similar. Because the C button actually has like a sequence of several clashes and hits that it can do, but they come out faster in sequence than somebody doing jab. So if you're close to someone and you do the 5C, not only does it have startup and vulnerability frames, correct me if I'm wrong on that.
It has like 5C and jump C both have like a jump startup and invulnerable frame, as shown right there. You'll see that you have like a clash box, and then it starts like to have your hitbox after. Same for jumps.
Yeah. So if you guys are close together, for a lot of characters, 5C can be an answer in a clash situation, because you can make one of their moves whiff, so to speak, because you're invulnerable, right? But also your move comes out really quickly, so you might be able to hit them with this 5C before they can put out another clash box. Especially if they're not going for jab, right? It can still happen with jab, because no one's frame perfect render canceling there. But if they went for anything else, like that sweep option, right, then your 5C could invul through it and hit them, and might hit them before anything. So sometimes not canceling your 5C immediately is basically an option, because it has multiple clash frames, right? So let's say you're using the 5C, clash once, clash twice, depends on the 5C now. Do you cancel it right away? Do you cancel it after the second one? Do you just let it rock and the other guy gets hit? There's a lot of situations like that. So basically, clash situation happens.
Okay, just one note on that. 5Cs cannot be like special cancel generally, but on clash they can actually. Because it counts as like a weird on-hit property, so you can clash with special, so that allow you also to delay into special to have like your opponent commit before you do. That's it.
Yep. So short version of that, you're in a clash situation, check which speed your button is that you could do, what's the distance between you, do you want to go, then second strategy, go around them, like the sweep situation that we had with Kumi. Third situation, I just want to get out of here, super jump, backdash, get the hell out. We're stuck in. I'm going to sort of counter him by using 5C to use my invulnerability so that they'll whiff, and then I'll hit them with the second hit of it, or I'll even just let it rock if it clashed with the first frame and then hits afterwards, because the 5C is going to be able to do stuff like that. some slight character dependencies, but this is sort of what ground clashes will look like a lot of the time. If you happen to be a certain grappler, you can also just throw out her 2/2. That works in a lot of situations.
If you have a good DP, basically it's a good idea to just basically do a 5C to see what they are doing. If they are committing into something, then do your your DP to punish them doing that. Yeah. But it will depend like what is your DP. If it's like a one hit, that's generally won't win clash trade or clash battle. But like 2/2 like Kumi can, 2/2 of Kathy or Torami, by example, that are like great invincible and multi-hit move will generally win also. So that's something to see. Move like Tetsuko's 5C or like Asuka 5C are not so great for this type of move. So you have to test with your character.
Yeah. I see that Flowersod has a follow-up question about jump clashes, but let's go in order to be fair.
I think let's go in order too.
Yeah. So what does Tetsuko do against Megumi Air Fireball? Or what does Tetsuko do at all?
Yeah. That's the main problem of Tetsuko in general. What can she do? Like Tetsuko has like a lot of trouble in mashup and a lot of trouble versus people that are in the air. Due to not having great anti-air like options, that is kind of like the highest button she has, but it's not so great. This one actually kind of goes, but as you can see, it's not also very high. So if your if your opponent is, how can I make it spam? Right. So generally, like you have small options that are universal. Why is she not doing a fireball? Wow. Pop, 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 pop. Okay, wait a bit. I'm still like trying to. I'm doing that live, so of course it's taking. There we go. So the type of thing are annoying to go through. I guess the A version would have been more annoying too. But you have few options. Either like see the pattern of your opponent and try to run under. Note that like your run have like clash box. I guess more notes on that. Every green boxes that you see here are clashes. Reds are like your hitbox, blue is your hurt box, and gray is collision box. Here, like you see the clash, that's what would allow you to. Oh my god! There we go to clash. Of course, that doesn't work because she's just. Oh, that should actually work. Well, Tetsuko sucks, but what's new?
Also,
normally,
this jab is a little.
Maybe, yeah. The thing is, like, I'm not sure what Megumi could spam.
Fireball, just forward fireball.
Yeah, I guess fair enough. Yeah, you should be able to clash with that, but again, I'm not so sure of. Tetsuko's, yeah.
Okay, so technically, for everybody else,
could.
Like the thing is her clash box very close to her body. This makes using the running clash a bit difficult for her, whereas other people could run into it with some good timing and then just super jump or just dash again or something. With Tetsuko, that gut punch forward, right? Like that you were doing, I think that that is a bit easier to clash with. So if you clash with a fireball, this means you can cancel into anything, including movement options, right? So basically, if you're trying to inch your way forward and move, and you don't want to block for whatever reason because you committed to some sort of movement, if you can like at least stop yourself and then punch the fireball, this one, yeah. With this attack, that's relatively like easy to do.
Disjointed and then like let you clash further away.
Yeah, and then you could use that to jump over for the ground fireballs.
For the air version, you would have to do like the B or something that hit in the air, but that's like where it's starting to be annoying to do.
Yeah,
But
at that point, super jump, try to get around it that
exactly.
way.
The easiest way that to do would be to high jump, like, so either you do it like down up, like in regular fighting game, or what I would recommend is using the 5Z button. Like the Z button, if you just do neutral, you will be high jumping immediately. It also goes forward, so you can like press 5Z, let it block with manual guard, auto guard I mean, and then as soon as it hits your block, which that would be funny to try to set up again. Up. There we go. Just guard cancel and double jump out of it. And like try to go over again like the fireballs and what they will like try to spam and stuff like that. Double jump have like a bit of a iframe also at the start, so you should not get hit after that. So that is a good way to gain terrain on like someone that is like zoning you out.
Yeah.
And you alternate that basically in like going the high like above, and then they will try to focus on shooting above you, and that's where like you try to run under them. Because the big thing to know is like if Megumi is doing a fireball, bear with me. Up. There we go. She cannot do anything until she lands, right? She would be able, like, as soon as she lands, she can, like, 5Z again and try to redo the same thing. But, like, if you can run and then, like, punish them, like, on landing or before, you will put a huge amount of pressure on the Megumi player, and they would have to think more about, like, what you do. So like running under and like doing like this explosion thing could be a good idea, because that's a lot of like hitboxes, so even if they try to block and Garkison with like high jump, sometimes they will be caught up in the fire explosion after. Not sure I will be able to do it like on my own, but you get the idea. If they don't cancel frame 1 or whatever, they will still be like in the fireball, and you have like more pressure to do after that.
Yeah. Just to add to that, so yeah, like this works for a lot of other characters too against Megumi, right? You block a fireball in the air, double jump, guard cancel to get further in. You run under fireballs that are shot horizontally in the air. Something to remember is Megumi can recall her fireballs. It doesn't help her on her recovery, right? Her recovery is independent of whether or not she recovers her ball. Recalls her ball, I mean. But it does mean she can change the angle of this ball. And something to look out for is if you have like a Megumi that's just standing on the ground and she shoots horizontally. The classic fighting game situation is that you jump over that, right? But she can recall the ball, and if you overcommit to anything and she recalls it so that you land exactly on that ball, this will launch you, so she'll get a full combo. So just keep that in mind. Like a grounded Megumi shooting fireball forward is scheming. Don't let her get you there. Other than that, what was said applies.
Yeah.
Now, if you have trouble getting through zoning in general, that's a different issue.
Yeah. Remember that, yeah, you can punch fireball with like a button to clash with them. So that's a good way. So like for Tetsuko, try to, if you're in the air, to use this B, because this B can go far, so you can clash with the fireball, jump above them and stuff like that. If you're on the ground, like try this move, or like a jab, or anything that is in the way that allow you to clash and either run after or jump after. Now he's asking if Megumi does the no recall thing. That doesn't change anything for her. She still has like no recovery, because you're basically cancelling your dive into the fireball. She just like land straight down. But she still has like the same recovery. She cannot do anything else until like landing.
Yep. Just to add, for this more for Megumi players, but Megumi can recall the fireball even if she has already recovered, right? So that's not dependent on that. She'll do an attack button and the ball will fly to her, basically. Yeah. That's important for when she's either landing close to the ground or shooting it far and then just recalling it. Like, so she can always recall her ball, right?
Yep. Quickly, and that will be the last for this tip. You can also double jump boost. So if you tap, double jump forward and a button at the same time, you will actually cover more ground than if you double jump, and faster. That is a good way to go over fireballs, some fireballs. It is more commitment, but you can cancel like on whiff, so like, and going further like this. Whereas like, if you see that if I'm just, oh well, I did a double jump. If I double jump and B, I just land there. Then if I do a double jump boost, I go basically twice further. It's something to consider to double jump boost, and like you can land with another button. Megumi, by example, has a great like jump C, so that can be like a great way to land. But yeah, that will be all for this zoning purpose.
Yeah.
The next question was, if you clash in the air with an opponent jump A and your own jump A, how does that work? Seems like not all characters have air special as an option. From there, generally like the most important will be who's doing a 5C. Let's see if I can...
Well, yeah. Like 5C matters a lot, right? Because we have again the startup invulnerability, but also the same thing as before. You can let the 5C rock, and then the second hit comes out really fast and kicks them in the face, depending on the option they chose. But also double jump. Remember, double jump, startup invulnerable. Not as important here, but it can get you close enough for an air grab, right? And another option is, of course, if you see that they're going for another attack and you have the time to do so, if you block, like you manage to make them hit you on block, they probably have no options other than a special if they see that in time, right? So if they hit you on block, that means you can now guard cancel into a bunch of stuff, like double jump, grab them, or double jump and just start an air series if you feel that's better from the angle. So that's sort of the exchanges. So
use the double jump here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so exactly what Sinch said. Flash? Okay, thank God. I'll make like a Ryuko mash the jab after. See that like I can double jump and block, so that will be more important later. But like if you see that they are just mashing like jump A, 5C, like all 5C have like startup invulnerable, so like that will help you a lot. This one is a bit cheating. It's huge, and as you can see, it has a huge disjoint, but like a lot of them will still like win in this type of situation if we make Torami mash and like let me see, where is the button? There we go. Well, I'm above here, but you see that I'm not getting hit by the rest with the record. That so if I was a bit lower down, I would actually like win there. Up.
Yep.
If they mash...
playing...
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just going to say something about Cathay, so go ahead.
Okay, if you see that like they're mashing all the time jump C after any clash in the air, that's where like if you have your double jump, you can try to jump and block to punish them. You might want to delay a bit your punish, but you see that like... Because after like a 5C, you cannot cancel into anything outside air supers, and a very only a few characters have air supers. So generally, like if you're you've done a jump C on block, they are cooked. Like a good thing to remember. So so you could technically like do anything like you want after. Some character will still have like a clash, and that's important. If you don't delay your jump C or your punish, depending how it is, you see that it gives them a clash, and if they didn't use their double jump yet, that means they should still be able to jump. So I will try to show that with frame by frame. That's easier for me. If I make it block, and I try to 5C, the 5C will clash again, and that's where that normally Ryoko should be able to to get wrecked. I don't know. I don't know if I use like the double jump or not already, but maybe it's because it's mashing C. Yeah, okay. So give me a sec. Doing live is not helping it, so bear with me. Clash. So Ryoko will do a jump C. I'm jumping into it to block it. Oh, I went a bit further, but that's fine. And I do a guard cancel jump C to punish it. From there, if I clash with it, they can jump above, and that's like starting to do the one of the big mind game of the game of like who can do the jump C and can punish the other one. That is something you'll see very often versus a match of like Na versus me. We often see like who can punish the other, who will block, and who will commit to a second like a double jump, like jump C. So that is like a layer of mind game that you'll see later on.
Yeah, specifically if you look at like was that last year's Combo Breaker finals?
Yes.
You versus Nar. I think there's a few situations like that. So yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, overall the idea is like if you clash with a jump A, jump C them if you know they are just mashing like the A button, like they want to get in the air and press to do like a combo or something or get something. Then 5C will be your answer to this mash. As soon as they're starting to show that they do just one clash and then try to double jump and block or do anything else, then that's where like you will have also to adapt and either delay your jump C, double jump and jump C, double jump block and stuff like that.
Okay.
That should be good enough. What does Tamaki do for anti-air, especially versus Genichiro's jump B? I assume the K it was the jump B.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is fair. Let me grab Tamaki. And where's Daddy? Where's Genichiro's Daddy? Oh, no. No. Oh, Tamaki.
For context, Genichiro is actually
Yes.
Tamaki's daddy.
I was going to say that, and then like my menu got cancelled, but yes. She's the director's daughter. So tough love, exactly. Do you want your budget for your club? Beat me up. Yeah, you can. Yeah, like no. We'll try like to not talk over each other. So yeah, be mindful of that. But yeah, you can definitely do. So for Antaeya, like she doesn't have much, or like in normal this. Okay. If you want to clash with like something that they're jumping with, actually doing a 5B is not a bad idea. Because as you can see, that's a huge clash box above you. So you could clash and jump after and see like depending what they are doing a 5 jump C or like clashing with something else.
Just to add to that, because that's always a part of it. Remember, super jump, start up invulnerable. So after the clash, you can use it to move in on people doing a jump in on you. So just to explain why jump even makes sense here. That's going to be a theme in a lot of things. Yeah.
That's harder for me to do that if they're already doing it.
Yep.
Try to set up like the...
Yep. While you set that up, I'll just say hi Nar and briefly explain. So the way we'll do it is like Vic will engage with one of questions, or just let one of us talk, just so we don't cross talk on explanation or begin on the same thing all the time. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So now that you're here, I'll be more quiet.
I'm gonna take it easy. I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm just
yeah.
It's more convenient than being in the. It's more convenient than being in the Twitch for me. It's part of it.
That is fair. Say hello to now that just appeared right there. She will be tinier. There we go. Right here, I guess.
Where?
There.
Alone.
Yeah,
there. That sounds about
perfect.
Don't talk to me or my children ever again.
Yep, exactly. So back to the anti-air. So this one is a good way to clash, but not to anti-air directly. As you certainly saw, your tutus are not really like an anti-air options. They don't really have like a good way to win. They're like kind of slow. But they are mainly like anti-ground, mainly the tutorial due to its good like iframes.
Yeah.
Though if you do like a clash, I will try to do that in a second. If you clash with this, wow, Genichiro, wow. Give me a second. So, as I said, oh my god, how the fuck are you winning there?
I mean, look at his hitbox. It's just, it's before
you may be running into the problem Bear was running into.
Yeah, but it's funny because I mean, like Tamaki doesn't have a lot of hitbox there to actually be hit, so that's also crazy in itself.
Yeah.
I guess like on early startup she has something. Yeah.
Yeah, it just
so
barely.
I have to start early. There you go. And I'm one pixel away to not clash. Wow.
Oh.
Yeah. However, I think judging by this tightness, this is not the answer against like Genichiro's jump C.
Onto jump B. Yeah, it can be. It's just like it's hard for me to set up the situation.
Yeah.
Because like it's easy to somewhat react, right? And you have this because you see the second box is fully anti-invulnerable. It's just like
jump air throw. Sorry,
yes.
as Bear said in the chat.
It's just like
you can always like
one question.
You can air throw in high jump. There's no restrictions.
No.
Huh?
We'll do one question at a time because the question
I'm sorry.
It'll get confusing. Yeah. Let's stick with the clash thing, and then Nar can talk about the other thing.
So imagine like because that's basically what I was going to also go, but just I didn't think that like setting up the clash would be such a pain. Fuck it. Imagine that you clash after that clash, you can like jump, indeed, like high jump and air throw them if they're not ready. Or if they are low enough in you recognize the situation, then you can use your 228 invincibility to catch them on landing. That is like a way to do so. And yeah. You have something?
Yeah, I would say that generally the 22A and the 22B are kind of like clash follow-ups more so. It's better to think of them that way than to start with them. They're very unsafe to throw out, and as for like anti-airing with air guard as well, the air unblockable hitbox is only the first hit, which is very, very low. Like if you were to frame advance again, Just
Yep,
like to
this one.
show again, like that is what you're anti-airing with when you press your DP.
And not this
if
one.
they're air blocking.
Yeah.
That is air blockable.
Yep. That is a big mess of this game. But yeah, it is like pretty good still. Like if you clash and you see that they are like going down on you, like with like another jump B or like a jump C, then you can like cancel with like a 2-2 and you should be able to win. It's not your main option.
Yeah.
But yeah.
If I may add.
Yep.
First of all, not a Tamaki unique problem. This move is particularly hard to intercept.
Yes.
Like Genichio's jumpy is a very quality. If I am above you, I am king kind of move. So for a lot of situations, it may be more realistic to try to guard it and guard cancel your way out of that situation.
Definitely.
Either by just staying on the ground, blocking, super jump. That's going to be like a lot of things in Asuka, and this situation is no different. Or preemptively super jumping into it to guard and then punish if they commit quickly or something. Not my preference personally, because the follow-up options after that and this button are just kind of weird. But you could jump into it, block, and then just, you know, double jump C or something like that.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
punish.
Because jump C is pretty great. That was another option
And,
I'd like to
you know,
explore. But
Asuka,
main entire option after that, like, is a super like quadrille forward C. That is a good way to entire like people that are right above you, but really right above you. Because as you can see, like this fireball is huge, and this is unblockable. So if they try to be like well, maybe not more in this way, try to be kind of above you, like pressuring you. I don't know, with like a jump, see if I can do it like during the flash. That should like break the guard, clash, and win. And depending like the stun, that could also stun them completely. So that is a good thing to do. You have to be cautious with it though, because if they didn't use the double jump during the jump, they can react to the flash and try to double jump forward, so behind you, or away, or anything like that. But it's still like a great solution, like if people are like high jumping above you, like even more in the corner, to try to get the corner from you or something like this. That is a great way to anti-air, because that is right above.
if I might add,
Yep.
a good another thing with that is there's still things they can do to react to the flash like in this situation as well, but it's very good if they have blocked something. So if they've blocked your 5B, you go into that, like they may have already, by the time they block your 5B, they may have already committed to a guard cancel or something risky or whatever. Blocked 5B, blocked fireball, especially blocked normal fireball into blocked super fireball can be very good. Keep your cancel options into fireball super in mind, because a lot of the time that kind of helps to nullify the kind of reactability aspect of it. Or rather, it gives them less response options necessarily.
Sure.
Okay. I think we're done with that question, right? So
Yeah, I think that's
more
like
or
the
less.
main stuff
Yeah.
for her. Another
So,
like
There's
funky
sweep as
way
well.
to.
There's sweep as well for low
Yeah,
stuff.
I was
low
going to
stuff,
say.
yeah.
Not like. Well, I was going to talk about this one because this one can also be good.
Oh, yeah.
Not really as an anti-air, like if they're jumping on you, but if they're jumping at like some distance, that can also work if you like make them block your 5B or like clash with it. Is this move? This move is also unblockable. Has some iframe, as you can see, and yeah, it travels forward. So if they're a bit further in and like not ready for it, that is pretty good. if you're doing a fireball into that can also like make them block the fireball, and then like get hit by the super. That is a pretty tricky like thing to do, like react to if you're not used to that. And yes, as Nar said, like that's more like if they are very low to the ground. Any low is air unblockable, and as you can see, this sweep is going pretty high, so that can be a way to do so.
Yep. Okay.
Very good waves. They are like mashing hops. That is a really good thing against hop.
Indeed. Yeah. So since there's people filtering into the stream, just explaining again, we're doing like if you have any questions about the game, whether how it works, what a certain character should do in a matchup, or just lore or whatever the hell else about Asuka, just put it in chat. We're getting to them chronologically, basically. I guess like. Next question was, other than so you have boobies now, hey mimetics, is can you high jump air throw? And I think Nar wanted to answer that.
Yeah, sorry.
I was. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just like make it clear. Yeah, because like earlier, and apologies for kind of butting in there. I thought it would be really quick to answer. So yeah, but yeah, it is probably better to just take it one at a time. So I'll be a little more mindful. But yeah, so during super jump, like there are no restrictions on anything you can do. You can do anything during a super jump that you can do during a normal jump. The only difference in terms of like a drawback of super jumping is that if you do not press a button during your airtime, there is a brief landing recovery window. I don't remember exactly how many frames it is. It's maybe something like 2 frames. It's not that long.
2 or something. It's very, very small.
And you can bypass this by just pressing
any button.
A button. Just pressing, like, you can just like press jump A right before you land. You can L cancel, like, but yeah. You throw it during the super jump in vol, yeah.
You can, yeah.
It would have to be quite low, but you can.
You technically can, because like, as you can see, it's a weird invincibility, because you don't see the hurtbox are not disappearing. I think it's technically a timer that say that for a set amount of frames, they are invincible during this guard cancel option. And then they fucked up because it's not used as a guard cancel, but it's still here. So, yeah, during this time, you can, like, grab them. Like, entirely.
I have a question on that. Like, so obviously when I'm the one super jumping, I can grab them, right? But if they have super jump invulnerability, is that what you were explaining? They can be grabbed during their invulnerability. Okay, so if somebody is doing wake up super jump, then I could anticipate and do like a jump into anti-air grab, right?
Exactly.
Yes. Short hop air throw can be quite strong for characters in terms of calling out super jumps.
Yep, the short hop being like 2Z,
down and
right?
Z. Yeah, 2Z.
Yeah. Yeah, or if you want to do it manually, up, but don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, if you can do up. Hey, look, if you can do up consistently in 3 frames, be my guest. I guess, but otherwise, hand. No.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to anti-air throw, like either from like they do a super jump, or like if they are landing on you with something, it will depend a lot on your character like throw box, which sadly we cannot see in the training mode because they didn't have them as a box, but certainly as a range. But a good thing to know, so if you do like hop, you still have iframes, and the good thing is to do an air throw, you can hold any direction and just press B. So by example, if what I'm doing right here with this character, which has like a stupidly like good air throw, is just hop and basically link into like B. So I'm just holding down Z and B right after. So that is like extremely good.
Yep. just because this example may look a little alien, yeah, people can air to ground grab if they're in people deep enough, which some characters can do better than others. Yoko is particularly good at this. Megumi is also good at this. Nar will... yeah, exactly. Torami.
If you fought me, you have been air thrown while on the ground.
Yeah, but not this way. Generally, now we'll do it like by being like there.
Yeah.
Which here we go.
Jump scare from behind. And then full combos, done, death, you know.
Exactly. Well, in Simon, you can ground throw versus lower in the air opponent.
That is also a thing in this game. Though it is less common than air throwing ground opponents overall, but it does happen quite a bit still.
Yeah.
Tarami is also one of the most common inflictors of that in this game.
Yeah.
Tarami's ground throw is also quite ridiculous.
Tarami's throws in general are ridiculous. Grounded and not grounded overall. But yeah, I guess versus low is not just lows, it's generally like if people are holding down. So if they're blocking... Oh, wrong characters. I need to switch that. We're taking a small detour but just because I think that's kind of funny. So here I'm bypassing, like for some reason, the hug. As you see, like normally ground throws have like this sort of hug. And then you have to press B to confirm. If they're like in block stun and blocking lows, that bypass it. So anything like that holds down, so that would be like a or can I not use a Ryoko move? Yeah. So
lows.
2 A's, 2 C, only lows, yep. You should be able to take those normally. I say normally because it's
a lot harder,
tough.
You know.
Yeah. It's tough. The only one that should not be takeable are like throws from behind. Ultrami is very slow. Give me a fast character. Yeah. So throws that you can land. Wow. Do I not know the timing with her? If you land behind them and grab them from behind, that's the only one that should not be takeable. But yeah, I'm sure like with some Jankri it could be. Yeah, here we go. Here you see that I grabbed them from behind. It's a nifty tech of like...
I believe if you were to leave the dummy on tech, I think even instant throws from behind are tackable, like technically.
I want to say yes, but
it's just really hard.
Yeah, because I remember like testing it with the pad, like making them like mash the correct direction, and that was not taking. Let's see quickly.
I'm just like actively trying to do it in a match while also like if your button leaks out, like it's gonna be in the wrong direction and all this stuff, and it's kind of a nightmare. You're not teching instant throws really, like back grab instant throws.
No, yeah.
Oh.
People are generally not ready. Oh my god. Why did weird with her?
Just to explain what's going on screen. If you've played this game, you've probably seen two things usually happen in this situation. If you dash through someone, your character will do a little hop. But similar to some Vampire Savior characters, you can do something where you cancel that animation by tapping in the other direction. So you need to run through someone and near the end basically change direction, right? Or press a button. That also works, but if you press a button you might be still facing the wrong way, so I don't recommend it. And you will just turn around. So you will be standing behind them instantly. Which of course for people that are like trying to manual guard, you're gonna open them up. But also can cause situations like this grab from behind to be possible against a grounded opponent. Or you hit people very centered. This can get some outer guard people. This is very move dependent. There are moves where the outer guard doesn't switch sides fast enough, and for some characters they can accomplish this by running through people and then pressing a specific button.
Yeah, this can be a factor in some combos as well. Some side switch combos, you will have to cancel this animation by hitting back in order to effectively
So cannot
use
take.
it. Yeah, okay, so yeah.
And basically,
But,
when it comes to, sorry, I'm gonna let you finish, but
oh no, I spoke.
yeah, basically what Vic's trying here is like if you played the game before, you know, you still have to confirm the grab into an actual grab. You get this like clinch, and then you throw them in the direction, kind of like in Sam's show. But like if you grab someone from behind, this clinch doesn't happen. You just instantly get a grab, and they can't attack.
Did it once, but like wow, I guess I'm rusty with it.
Yeah, since you only happened once, that's why I interrupted Nar.
Yeah.
My bad, Nar. There's just I didn't think it could happen again necessarily.
Oh my god. But well, yeah, it does happen. I know why today I'm rusty.
Presentation effect.
Exactly.
You have to show it before people fail.
But, you
Go
know,
ahead, Nar.
getting the sense for these instant throws for the ones from behind as well as ones on crouchers, it's really useful, and it can be really important.
It's
it like
on people.
it helps you open up people so much, and it can really like it can help you pick up so much surprise, big damage. You know, because for a lot of characters, throw is their best starter, or they're one of their most rewarding starters.
Yeah.
You know,
Somehow. Fuck the 90s.
But yeah. Yeah, I guess that's it, and we even did more on this question, but if there is any other question, feel free to ask it. If anyone has like trouble with combos, systems, or like something weird with a matchup, you can definitely answer that.
Yep.
Kumi's dash.
Time to ask about Kumi's dash. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure Vic has things to say about that.
Yeah, so Kumi's dash is a bit weird. That's the only dash that doesn't have like any clash box, as you can see. It is very low to the ground, kinda-ish. It's supposed to have some iframe at the start too, to compensate for the lack of clash. But yeah, you see that it has some. It's really not that usable. So yeah, depending on what you mean by asking about the Kumi's dash. What do we want to know about it? It is a good dash, but don't try to clash with it directly.
Well, I mean, use it to move around the screen. Just don't try to run into fireballs with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like other characters that generally like run into it and clash with something, do not do that. You have like great dash attack for that though. So if you're running and you see like people like doing like a fireball, pop, 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 pop.
No,
Wow,
like,
thanks. Okay.
you know, she moves quickly, and she like goes quite low profile. So, you know,
and you can like you
not all
can
bad. It's just
you can also cancel like the clash with your dash attack into another dash. And our dash is really fast, so yeah.
for demonstration purposes, can you try to run through a single fireball with the iframes?
Oh, with the iframe, that would be like kind of hard.
The reason,
there we go.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
it's exactly. It's possible, but the reason this will not work a lot of the time is because fireballs in this game are thick, can sometimes cause more hits, and also they're slowish. So getting this completely right to just invo through, you don't even get like a lot off of it. Whereas if you do what Vic was doing earlier with the dash attack, you get like a little bit of a boost forward as you and into your next dash or into a jump option. This is much better and way easier to do.
Yeah. But do use Kumi's dash because it's a pretty fast dash. It's not the fastest, but it is pretty fast. And
and the low profile is quite good.
Yeah, it won't profile most jabs, so don't use it for that. But the good thing is like, yeah, if you mix up like your approach and try to backdash stuff, you can bait some move and then punish with your 2B because of your range. So you can dash, bait like something there. Either they do a DP or whatever, and you punish with like a 2-2. We want to cancel it into 2-2A or B. If you mean the dash, you could, if they are jumping on you. Otherwise, not on a fireball. Wow, that's funny. I mean, not on a fireball.
Change your invo.
Yeah, that is way harder to do than like a dash attack.
I'm not saying the iframes. I'm just saying the low profile is handy for jump ins.
Yeah.
Because you're low. That's all. I was being Captain Obvious for a second.
Yeah.
Wasn't that
also,
obvious?
you can technically like run into dodge if you prefer that too, but it is slower because you're not progressing forward versus like if you dash with a dash.
Meter.
Yes, it does also cost you like 6.25% of meter.
Isn't
exact.
spot dodge double that? Isn't spot dodge 12? 12.5?
No, it's any use of the C button is 6.25. This one, this one, and this one.
It was 12.
Yeah.
Weird, whatever.
Yeah.
Note that while these C maneuvers cost meter, you can always do them. They basically cost meter if you have meter. Note that, however, if you're waiting on 100% to go to 120%, usage of C will kick you off of that, right? If you're in 120%, it won't kick you out of 120% at least. So you can use your C's there.
Yeah.
Might
if you
have
want
an
to
effect
reach...
on it.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Correct? Or if it has effect on 120%, yeah, normally no, but game is
we
weird.
don't know exactly. We don't know exactly how 120% lasts or how long it lasts, so we don't know what the effect of a 5C could be on it. But
we know how long it lasts, but we felt like multiple times that it is shorter, and we don't know exactly why and didn't find specific solution.
Yep. But like, yeah, if you're not in 120 yet, 5C will cost you some meter. If you're in 120, I don't know. Seems to be okay.
Yeah.
And also, to be clear, when you're using like 5C and jump C and spot dodge with no meter, it doesn't put you in debt. just to be clear, it does not put you in debt.
You just
there's no
go to 0.
It would be very funny if it put you in debt, but it does
minus
not.
120%. Let's go.
Is that like these 80s anime like antimatter zone things, nega percentage?
Yeah.
Like that's yeah, okay.
You hit minus 120%, you just get stunned immediately.
Burnout. Yeah.
I shouldn't be giving anybody any ideas.
No, that's what the stream is for. Please, right? Everything that's degenerate in this game, as you can see, the base is already so debased that you can do pretty much anything anyway. Yeah, if we're waiting to stack up questions, I guess I have a question for you two. Yeah, and meanwhile, chat, just throw some more questions in there. So we got like a bunch of new beginners. Well, we got a bunch of beginners in the last few weeks because Gao went quote and stuff. What was a character that you guys didn't see beginners use that much? Is there somebody that people have not been trying out?
I think Asuka is the main one.
Yeah, Asuka has been... I haven't seen a new Nana either.
Yeah,
I've seen people trying using
Asuka and Nana. Okay, so Asuka and then Nana, because that was my feeling.
Maybe something like that.
Yep.
But I feel like I've seen all the other characters like at least once.
Yeah.
I feel like.
For sure, I've seen Nana twice, but yeah, did they stay on it? I'm not sure. I think one of them did, but
Asuka is.
Yeah,
definitely the most notable like missing character, which has always kind of been the case, which is kind of a shame because she's pretty sick.
Yeah,
she's pretty sick. I think it's like because people like it's the Ryu of the game, so they don't expect like much.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yes,
She's
the
pretty
power
cool.
of my segue. Ha. So while we're waiting on more questions, hey, show off Asuka a little bit, and if necessary, then after that Nana. What makes Asuka like the character unique and not just Ryu? Because since you're also a big Asuka defender, you may as well go with that.
Yeah, let me just pick Asuka as player 1 and player 2. That'd be way easier.
Yep.
And on Asuka as well.
Yep. We have an Asuka and a Nana person here. May as well. So, I picked Asuka. What do I do? What's cool?
So cool stuff to know. It's overall like the special, I guess. This fireball, standard fireball. Let's not. But this one though. This one is
the
your
fireball?
go-to. Okay, I'll continue.
Yeah.
It's really good, like
Or-
if you
okay.
sweep someone and basically want to have like clash box like on them or hitbox like on them. It will force like them to move out, which can be a good thing. Like if you try to jump out because you have an amazing air throw.
Yeah.
That lead. Oh well, if I have like the same technique.
At least you're getting tech.
Yeah. Yeah, but an amazing air throw that lead to full combo after. So it pretty good as anti-airing too. But like, wow, what that lag? It can be finicky to actually land a combo after, but you'll get used to it the more you play.
Yeah. You know, genuinely, like, there's stuff to master with Asuka's air throw, you know? The way that it kind of puts you in different positions when you land and stuff, like, and manipulating that, like, when you get the throw and stuff it's really important. And it's a very interesting throw.
No, you also don't want to ignore this one, because I might do like
A version,
a very
right?
yeah, it's the quarterback A. So it might not look that crazy, but it also has like a brief moment under full invincibility, if I remember correctly. As you can see here, the clash, and then like it throw up like this. So if you know like people like if you're like in a clash and people are mashing to it, or like if you know like people are waking up and want to mash something, that can sometimes be like a good frame traveler. Let's say like that you're doing that and then like throwing this, they will like mash a tree or something on you, and then the tree will go through the iframes and stuff. Good thing about that is technically start blocking, please. You also can combo after it. There we go. So that's pretty nice for this. Oh, I removed the stun entirely. That's why that thing. There we go. So yeah, it. Do you think it? Yeah, okay, it's +2 stun. I don't know how much like raw, but I think that's that. Yeah, 2 stun. So yeah, it's okay.
Yeah,
But it's a good thing for that. Go ahead now.
I'd like to stress, like, for people like watching, it's just like Asuka really like doesn't play like a Shoto, and like doesn't.
No.
There's no way to really play a character exactly like a Shoto in this game because there's too much air maneuverability. The DPs aren't that good. The fireballs are, I mean, they're fairly good. I mean, Asuka's A fireball, her normal A fireball is quite a good move. You know, she can run behind it. It's pretty slow. It's got the recovery is pretty good. And I mean, and of course her 2 and 4B is like excellent, as Vic was saying. And you know, I would say that Asuka, you know, has more of kind of a like lockdown sort of play style. She throws these fireballs in front of her, the A fireball and the 2 and 4B, and she can kind of run behind them and cover her approach and use them for Oki and clashes, and you know, like that's kind of the way, you know, she uses her projectiles to kind of enable aggression more so than to play kind of a Shoto game plan.
She is
I
closer
think that's
to
a cool
Axis Shoto, like the soul. thing,
Yeah.
or you just
Yeah,
do the fireball and
think
do
of-
something after.
Think of 2 and 4B as like kind of like Gunflame in a weird roundabout way.
Yeah.
I mean, Soul literally stole her run animation. I'm just saying, like it's actually in here, right? So it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Though the rest of Soul is just Terry Bogard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other good kit of Asuka. This jump C is pretty amazing. If you hit people and they get down like that, you can OHD grab. Oh my god. Great grab. So you can grab, and same as like our air grab, on regular like ground grab is also pretty amazing, leading to combo for free. And it has like a good chunk of inventory like most jump C, but that's a big hitbox right there. So it can be very useful. And even if you hit just one hit like that, you see that it turned them around. So technically you can grab them from the back if they didn't block an overhead, which is very funny because they cannot tag this throw.
Yep.
It can be hard to separate very good.
Yep. Sorry, I just want to emphasize, since they've been turned around, you grab them from the back. There's no tagging if you get grabbed from the back. So these turnaround moves can lead to that. The funny thing also with this jump C and even with the quarter circle back B, so the 2 chemical she launches on people, though it's a little bit more fringe usage, this does come up, I feel. Once people have been blown up literally and thrown by you quite a lot, and they might like decide, you know, maybe I'm just going to stand and block. You can actually go over people, and the jump C it will turn around towards the opponent and like kind of hit them. Maybe only of short hop. Yeah, there.
Just I was pressing too early. Yeah, any jump C will like autocorrect you like immediately.
Yeah, since she punches down, exactly. And her jump B, same thing. Like her jump B, also very good to use because it has cross up stuff to it. It's just a really good move. And yeah, exactly. So if they're like low guarding, you get like a bunch of funny stuff off of that. And if she does the quarter circle back B fireballs, and you manage to jump across them because they're just sitting there, the auto guard actually can't keep up with the multi-hit explosion. So if this is in the center, like I said, this is more of a French usage, right? But like if it's more in their center, it'll actually just unblockable them, right? Here, they could not block that. Even though using auto guard.
Correction. They cannot auto block it. They can totally block it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It requires a manual guard, but like it will be often at a confusing place. I.e., this will be a blind 50-50 for a lot of people, or if they're relying on auto guard, they're just straight up going to get hit. Because once people get better at the game, they're going to be relying on auto guard in situations where they expect a cross up, and that means that if this lands, they don't have that option. Like they'll just be opened up, bam. And full combo.
Another use of like a Jambi, which is pretty good, is it's somewhat a good anti-air tool. Because like you see that it starts very high. Of course, I'm throwing there. Nope. Okay, so up and go, please. Oh my god, you see that like the first hitbox is kind of like quite above you and like very vertical. It can be very useful to basically do an air tick throw, which might be hard to hear. There we go. So you just basically like force them in block and then double jump cancel that into like a throw. It's easier to do in match than there we go. And here.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good, and if they are doing something like a clash, then you will clash with it, and either you double jump throw still, or you do like a jump C in answer to the clash, depending the move you're seeing, right? Because then like you chain with the iframes into like the jump C immediately.
Yeah, and you could even let the second hit of the jump B rock before deciding to cancel, right?
Yes, but if they're above you, that might not work because it goes down quite a bit. But yeah.
Yep. Also, as we saw with like a previous character example, since she kicks up so high, you're going to be able to set up plenty of situations where you can make them block in the air. You land before they do. You have meter. You air unblockable them with a super, right? So like,
I'm not always. She doesn't have great super for that, technically.
just
but,
fireball.
Yeah, but it's not very useful overall.
I mean, it will unblockable them. Yes, no full combo after it, but it will unblockable them and it'll hurt depending on like revenge damage and stuff.
This one might be better, yeah. But it can be tricky to set up.
Yeah, but like the fireball one should be easy. Also, her mega punch forward should also be easy, though that one's just unblockable in general.
Yeah.
No, wait. Isn't the unblockable punch actually air blockable?
Yeah, blockable to India. Unblockable. Yeah. Well, if it doesn't whiff. There you go.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So you can set up little stuff like that. That's a good aerial normal. It occurs to me, like, my idea for talking about, like, Asuka and Nana was that maybe beginners aren't, like, necessarily giving these characters a chance and looking at it, but maybe they also don't care about these characters and we should talk about others. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, in absence of any other questions, let's, you know, we can do whatever. I mean, we're not whatever, but, you know, it's...
Yeah. We can either continue with like all characters and like go down like what the stuff and like that, or whatever. Talk about like the stuff.
Yeah,
but again, like if you have any question, chat like ask them right away about like either combo matchups, any tip for your own characters, or any systems like problem that you have. Feel free to ask them.
Oh.
Or hell, lore, events, anything. But we're here for moves and systems, but we know some stuff. I mean, like, Nar got the manga just the other day, so she can just page through that and check.
Yeah, with my totally extant Japanese skills.
Yeah. It's like, there's something happening in this panel.
Yeah, basically, on this page, I'm pretty sure an occurrence occurs. I mean, seriously, I did actually. I like Google Translate phone camera apped some stuff, and stuff like that. I got the gist of some of it. I didn't do all of it.
Yep.
Just the ones I thought were interesting.
Apparently we're doing Ryoko, not Nana.
Oh, I can do Nana if you want. I was just going in order if you were going to do all characters.
Yeah, I think like Asuka Nana, since the idea was the characters that people didn't use, and then you and Nar can talk about that.
Yeah, characters that are kind of underrepresented right now.
Exactly.
I'm the only Ryoko. Like Ryoko is actually one of the one that I've not seen.
That is true.
Yeah, then let's do Ryoko right after.
That's fine. I'm on Nana. Like don't make me switch 10,000 times. Nana is fine.
No, Ryoko after Nana.
Nana first. You meant like right before. Do you want to say something now? Because I mean, you're playing the character more than me. That's fine.
Yeah. So Nana is kind of a like aggressive space control focused character. Is I guess a way to say it. A way to put it. She's got fans. A fan is very good. It controls a lot of space and stays out for a long time. Like one of my main like kind of neutral patterns is to do like a fan and to like short hop 6A. Yeah, you got multiple on screen. Like and sometimes that's very good. But yeah, and then B fan is kind of more niche. It's a little more niche. It's I like to use it when they're waking up to cover super jumps. Then you can kind of super jump along with it, and you know, you can play a little mix up or like air throw them, something like that. That's
They're not high.
That's how I use it at least.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Nah. know how to say it, but yeah, basically like you try to set timing up, and yeah, you see that will make them block. It depends on if they attack or not, but yeah, you can react that.
Yeah. But you know, like B fan, yeah, it's good for that. And you know, sometimes it can be good, you know, to throw like A fan, B fan if they're super jumping towards you. It can kind of hit them in that angle too. But it is you know, it is the more niche of the two projectiles. A fan is just incredible. It's one of the best.
You cannot pass that, and the B is like, oh, you want to jump over it? Well, block that thing, basically.
And then like the next thing with Nana is she's got some cool ground tools. So she's got the slide. That's like her main starter. So you do like slide. You can also do like slide 5C just on whiff, which can be like really funny. Like you can just bail out of the slide into this invincible move and, you know, go far on the screen. You got your great overhead in 6A, and your 6A, which is this very unique move, which looks exactly like 6A, but is a strike that goes into a grab on the second hit. On block, 6A? At least. Yeah.
Are you blocking both sides just to be sure? Yes, okay. So 6A is like this of red, and the dash A is this. It looks exactly the same, but actually like then to throw. You can confirm.
Yeah.
That you just throw after that.
Yeah. The only difference is the blue shadow, which can be hard to see in the moment with how fast both of these moves are.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know, 6A, you know, you can super jump like or guard cancel just generally between the two hits, but it is still strong. Like it is still like a useful option. It's not really like it's not unsafe to throw out at all.
Yeah, and on hit it also like does something.
Yeah.
Okay, if you do that, if I do this.
Yeah, just on normal hit, it will just do that. So, yeah. So it's totally safe to just kind of go for. Yeah, especially if they're kind of staying on the ground or not guard canceling that much. There's the Naginata super. 22C, incredible super. Honestly, one of the best supers in the game, I would say. I don't know exactly how far up there it is, but it's somewhere in the mix. I'm not saying it's like top 5, but maybe top 10.
I think it's top 5.
Oh, it's top 5, but yeah. It's pretty chunky as a big box, and as you can see, a lot of like iframe at the start.
Yeah,
all air on blend.
Put sure that it's unblockable too.
It's got and it's got nice big damage. There's also another version of it. It's a weird situation. There's another version you can use by hitting up like 8C during a startup.
Yeah. Oh, you can do like down C, hold down from like doing the flash, and then like mash the Z and C together, and you'll actually get like the shortcut. That's way easier to do than doing like the actual intended input. So I would recommend
I do the intended one on pad personally, but that's easier for me. But
you do you.
It is what it is. I do
on stick, it's very easy to just keep holding down and like pressing the two button.
And then she has her 2-2B, which is the spin, and this move is also very good. It's
just before you start,
you don't want to mash it. You don't want to mash it too.
The use of this super.
Oh yeah.
It is very useful if like they're full screen and are trying to whiff something, or like jumping or something like that. It basically like does like a very quick like full screen hitboxes with like the freeze that can mess up also the option. It basically will hit them all the time. It's not a lot of damage, but it's good like to prevent like them from jumping out or doing anything. Go ahead.
The main Naginata super is usually better. And then like her spin, like it's a little unsafe on block. You know, you don't want to spam it too much, but and it also doesn't knock down, but it does launch. And once you launch, you can start doing the funny, which is this. Nana's J5A is just kind of absurdly good at, like, it's just kind of absurdly good, like, in terms of you get so many hits out of it with just Renda. You stay very close to them, and you can get a lot of hits out. You can stun people like off of just a straight up like 2-2B, and then once you have routes, so like for instance, you know, like you can start with like 2B 2-2B. Usually I do 2B 2-2B, microdash 5B, microdash 5B, 2-2B, and then I do the chains. And that's kind of that's my like Nana BNB. And yeah, so she just outputs absurd stun. Like once you have the combos down, up to the point of restunning characters which are 22 stun or below. So 22 is the average stun. Just very good stun output, and that's where most of her damage comes from. Because really, she doesn't do very good damage otherwise. Even with the stun, her damage is fully average. Like, she basically has to get. She needs stun in order to be doing like average damage.
She's definitely more like a mix-up zoning like control than like a damaging output character. Type of thing.
Yeah.
Two more things on that jab infinite. So normally in Asuka, if somebody gets towards the corner, they're going to tech just like here.
Yeah.
But teching against this move on the corner requires you to press the button, like A for example, when you're not just directly in hit stun. So this is actually incredibly difficult and maybe impossible in some situations. Like the bot can do it, but like people usually don't tech out of this. This means that she actually has her main BNB as a functional corner combo as long as she gets them in the air fast enough to start jabbing them before they reach the actual
Before
corner.
they are in the corner. So like if you're like here, yeah, that would work. But if you're like
if you're too close
like that, the launch will like generally like be techable.
Exactly. So if you start jabbing them before they actually touch the corner, you should be fine. Also, I guess like yes, incredible stun. This also means that she's her own like 7-5 matchup or whatever mirror match, because she has also the lowest stun in the game. So Nana mirror can be stun stamina. So Nana mirrors are gonna be like somebody gets the stun on the other person and they're fucking dead.
Because yeah, she has a lowest stun stamina at like 20, which doesn't sound that low compared to 22. But you would be surprised by how much like it make combos just stun way earlier.
The stun output in this game is just generally quite high, and like when you add like when you lower the amount you need just a little more, it's a lot.
It's basically treat less, right? So you don't need to be as tight on your combo, or you don't need like all hit of a multi-hit to connect to actually stun the character. It would be like easier on Nana.
Yeah, you can think of it a little bit as the amount of situations off of which you're going to get stunned, the lower your stun stamina is exponentially higher. It's not just one less, right? It's just there's way more situations now that can actually lead into stun. Yeah, and of course the other way around too, which means good luck stunning Genichiro ever. But yeah, that's
unless you're Nana. Nana can actually quite easily stun Genichiro.
Yes, I rolled for
yeah. But yeah.
On this jumping, it's also like a pretty good air-to-air / anti-air tool, because a hop into this jumping, like as you can see, has like a great like huge clash box in front of you. You can do the same with like this move, as you can see, like that's very disjointed and huge hitbox and clash.
Yeah.
But this one is also pretty nice, and you can render cancel it, which can trip up like on some clashes.
And jump C is also incredible. Like on like air hit, it's a ground slam. And on ground hit, it turns around, and it has a lot of hit stun, like very high hit stun for a grounded hit in this game, like or for like a jump in.
Yeah.
Which I mean, like most of the turnaround moves do.
Because it
like
turns them around, like you have like indeed a bit more hit stun, which like in this game is very rare. Funny enough.
But, you know, you can just do, you know, you can start all sorts of stuff from that, and like from like getting your ground hit with that. It's very good. You know, and in general, like the way her hitboxes kind of work out is that like she can do, like she can kind of do so like, you know, you can kind of think of it as like J6A is like up and in front of her, and then like J5A is like up, just like in front of her, and then JC is down and in front of her, and she can kind of throw fans and like hop or super jump and like put these hitboxes in front of her and kind of cover every angle. And so she's quite good at playing kind of a walling style of neutral, but she also has all these great tools for aggression. So I think she's a very cool character. She's very fun.
Yeah. And so also, like, it might seem like a bit underwhelming as you don't have a combo, but it's really good as like, yeah, if they're jumping a lot from your fan, just putting them back on the ground and like try to set up like an offense from that. With like,
yeah,
cross up on the fan and stuff like this.
Yeah. Something I remembered that we didn't really say about the game in general, since we have like the usage of of Nana's 5A in particular. 5As in this game, I think it's all of them, but I'm not sure, are just active. You press them once and the character will keep exactly in the air. The aerial 5As, they will just be active all the way down. So you can start it and just land on someone. You just kind of float down on them, which means low commitment for you, because you could whiff cancel into any button at any time. You can see if it hits them on Clash or something else and do something else, or you just hit them because stuff floating at you hits people.
It's like the Street Fighter 2 type, like jumping lights, but you were never jumping this high in Street Fighter 2, so it's a lot crazier.
And that's every character.
But, yeah. As a fun fact, I guess, weird side note, they do technically end, they're not fully infinite active frames, they're probably like 255 active frames. When occasional fucked up hovering glitches happen, usually involving Kathy for some reason, they you can see that they do in fact end. They just last for a really long time, and it is really weird to see the animation end and see their like arm actually retracting. They did animate that. It just doesn't. It just isn't there. You don't see it normally.
Yeah. We didn't talk about Jumpy. It's not because it's bad, but it's like, and the tools options are really great, but still like Jumpy is something to respect. As you can see, it still has like some disjoint, and it's a great step to like clash with it and then like do a jump C after. It's a really good move. Yeah. You can also like technically cross up with it. Well, cross up and uncross up with it.
Yeah, in general, like if you start playing Nana, or if you face off against Nana, be wary of the air. Like in air-to-air situations, her buttons are very good to get around different buttons of the opponent, if she's above or like horizontal to them. And that also means that she has a lot of stuff that she can do on Clash, because also remember, boost jumps are a thing, so she can kind of get like weird angles by kind of accelerating in a direction and then using one of her buttons. So she's kind of hard to deal with in the air, unless you can neutral, but I mean, that's neutral.
Before closing over with Nana, I guess like one super and like one move you see a bit rarely, I guess, depending how you play them, are like these quarters your back. I think they're pretty good. Like really good, like in corner situation like that. If they're not ready, Attacker is Z. Okay. They're not really like the. Okay, well, I don't know which one I have to unlock, but yeah, they will basically not attack in the corner because like override into like straight up like the wall into like that's more damage and more bullying. And the super version is one of the super that has like the most like invulnerability. As you can see, like the wall flip is invulnerable and has a hitbox during the iframe, which is very rare in this game. So it's very important.
Yeah.
So it's a if people try to land on you, that's a really good anti-air to try to.
Yeah. These moves are, you know, I'm the like de facto best Nana player, and like, but like I admit to underusing these moves. I just kind of forget about them. They do kind of like overlap a lot with other things in her kit, so it can feel weird to know when to choose them over other things. But you know, yeah, they're definitely cool, especially like the super is super useful for the invincibility.
Also launch them onto the wall like the same. Small note, this hitbox at the bottom is not existent. I don't know why it's here. But yeah.
Oh, you see this.
What are the rules around fast fall? The wiki only mentions it briefly in systems, but not in controls. And what stops always going for J4 6PS and air-to-air OS? Okay, that's a second question.
Yeah.
Since I'm talking, I guess fast falls exist for two characters, Kumi and Megumi. So I guess like grab one and then you can explain the weird rules on.
Just a small thing about that. It depends where you read it.
It's a system page, so it might be talking about the weird fast fall mechanic.
Exactly. There is technically like a universal fast fall, but it's making you fall faster only by 2 frames. Or 3 frames, actually.
For that thing.
Yeah. If you're all down during a high jump or a double jump, you will technically fall faster by 2 frames. Yeah.
Although now
it's
I'm
visible.
like...
Well, it's visible if you frame steps through the whole thing, but yeah, it's not something that really like impacts.
Reading the systems page, but the systems page is definitely referring to the character-specific fast falls.
Okay. Which,
you know, yeah. To be clear, it's Megumi and Kumi who both have fast falls on J22, no button.
Exactly. You cannot need often to be like at the apex of your jump or like during like a free flow state. If you're jumping like that, you can. Only do it at the apex, I think. Can you even do it on normal jump? You can. Yeah, okay.
Yes, you can. And you don't have to be at apex, but she can't do it immediately. It's a little weird.
Yeah, I think it's because you have to be on like the falling animation or like in a state that is in this animation type of thing, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. So one thing about the fast fall, since I'm the Megumi player,
Go ahead.
like the you can get this move also by just pressing the special move button and down. So down special will also give you fast fall if you find that easier than tapping down.
That is true.
Yeah. However, it is not in fact a special move. So it is not like if there's a situation where you want the properties of a special move or cancel out of a special move or something like that, it's not actually a special move. It's just that the special move button also covers this option.
Yeah. Here I'm trying to cancel like a normal with it. You see that it doesn't do it. So you cannot like do a move and like cancel into it. It's not considered as a special.
Yeah, it is, however, a movement option. So in a clash situation, you can use it as, of course, like one of your options and just decide.
Special move button. Sorry, special move button as in Y.
Yeah, the actual like special shortcut for this. The C button is called like a C attack or C button. It's like a counter attack.
Yep. I believe fast fall is a weird guard property, but I'm not sure exactly.
If you don't hold anything, you can technically auto block during it. So yeah, that's kind of it.
So fast fall has auto guard, which can be useful. Bam, right?
Yeah.
The other thing, which affects both Megumi and Kumi, obviously, but will happen to Megumi a lot more because you're just pressing a lot more buttons with Megumi because she's fast. The buffer, the input buffer of this game is very friendly. What this means is that if you do fast fall and you want to attack immediately on the ground, but you did a fast fall kind of early, you're going to get the DP because it's 2-2, right? So there's a little bit of timing where you have to actually delay your button press so that you do not get DP, or just do not press something that's going to do that, like dash first or do a special move button or something. But yeah, like, yes. That being said, fast fall is pretty strong. Just air movement is very strong on its own. I'm still learning how to utilize it, and haven't seen a lot of players, either Megumi or Kumi, use fast falls, but they are strong.
Yeah, it's not as strong as you would think at first, but one use that can be good is like if you're guard canceling, if you are blocking something in the air, like let's say right here, and like between block with a projectile or whatever, and you can guard cancel with the fast fall, basically land faster and try to anti-air them after that. That is a strong tool for this.
Exactly. Also, this is more Megumi specific, but like if you are zoning and moving around and jumping around in weird situations and spots, it can be good to fake a jump into fast fall if you feel like you're going to bait them into a situation where you can then anti-air them or something like that. So it just adds to her movement tools of being everywhere, basically.
Oh, so Salzel says, so fast falling with 2Y would avoid misinputs more, probably. Is that the case, or does it buffer any
Yes
2-2?
and no. It depends, I guess, when you get it and how much you mashed. But I think it would help, definitely. But be mindful that, like, and it did it so too. Yeah, so the answer is no.
Yeah, on a system level, no, because it is actually inputting that for you, but at least it's inputting it for as few frames as possible.
Exactly.
So yes, it will help you avoid it, but it cannot actually avoid it.
Exactly. So yeah, it inputted faster, so you might it will be less sloppy than your down if you have trouble with down, but it's still like buffer it for you. But one quirk, like, might as well as fast fall. Megumi has like a better fast fall, which is her 2B. I'm saying that because no, wait. Okay. Unlike the fast fall, you can cancel it from a normal, so this one is technically better. So that could lead to like a situation where you could actually anti-air with that or something like this. I don't know.
Yeah, keep both options in mind. For a lot of options, her 2B will be better. Of course, if you do not want to hit them for whatever reason, because they're blocking, you don't want them to guard cancel, and you're right above them, then consider fast fall instead. But 2B, like this little butt fall that she does, is going to serve basically as sort of a replacement fast fall for a lot of situations already. Especially also, like, you can whiff cancel it, right? Like, you can just, like other things in Asuka, you can just do like 2A, excuse me, 5A, 5B in the air, and then 2B, right?
Yeah, and you can even like cancel it on whiff with a fireball later on, like, so you could like lower yourself down and like do a fireball, or like lower yourself down and do a jump C after that, and that's like...
I didn't think of that. Now I can make my zoning even more degenerate.
Exactly. So as you see, also like to be on like a follow up by a jump C, give you like a weird straight angle down jump C, which is also very good. So yeah, this is way more useful. But if you want some guard cancel that doesn't hit and doesn't give them a clash, the fast fall, I think, like, is better in this type of case. So it's up to you to like see what you want to do. The 2B is more versatile. Yeah.
Yep. We had a question further up from Flowers of Salt.
The follow-up.
Yeah, what stops always going for jump 4/6B as an air-to-air OS?
You can always go for it. That there is no problem with that. It will highly depend on your characters. So, for example, like the down the throw that I talked with Ryoko still works with Megumi, but due to our amazing down B, you cannot also like do this thing because yeah, as you can see, like it buffer like the dive butt on it. But otherwise, like if you do a B button with any direction in the air, it will technically OS a throw with it. How to deal with that will depending like your character, but 5Z doesn't have any like hitbox at the start, so I'm not sure they are grabbable. They're grabbable after for sure. So you try to deal with throw in this type of way or like jump out. People have big throw box, but not as big that if you're like yeah at this distance, like you will not grab them for most characters.
No
So,
more
like
Scorios.
Yeah. So if you clash with someone and you think they are going to jump through, you can just double jump back. Generally, that would be safe for you to do so.
And something extra that can make trying to like air throw constantly a little more dangerous is just the fact that when your air throw gets teched in this game, it is quite dangerous, actually. I mean, like, you need, like, or it can be. It depends on character, of course, but, and it also depends on height. But air throw techs can be quite dangerous. You can often get hard punished for your air throw being tech.
Actually,
yeah, but,
Basically, like, you'll see this with this Megumi example. If you tech this one just a little bit later, like you shouldn't try to go for this, but what will happen is that Megumi is actually going to try to follow through with her, like, throw animation, but you teched, so she's just going to fall down on the ground on her own, basically giving you, like, a whole bunch of recovery. I'm not sure if we can make it happen now. There we go. So, kick her ass as good as you can. We're high up, so I'm not sure if Megumi can punish herself here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she can, but you see that she follow up with the throw animation, and technically you do land first, but yeah. It depends, like Here I did it very high for myself to give me more time to do it. But if they try to anti-air you, generally, they're like very low to the ground. So they have like a longer animation than you for just landing down. So
and
then you can punish them.
Exactly, they're not invulnerable because in this game, people in throw animations are simply not invulnerable. So you can just start hitting them and do a combo. Slight side note, this is also why if you grab Megumi and she had thrown a fireball and it comes back at you, it'll hit you and basically take the throw for her.
And also, Karina's frog will smack you.
Yeah.
If you are throwing while on top of it.
Technically, anything that's like a projectile could hit you out of a throw. You can hit like with the dust of Kyoko, like from down A or B, or like a volleyball of Ryoko. It just like the two people you will see it more is Megumi and Karina because it's very easy to set up like the amazing disjointed like boomerang hitboxes.
Yep. So I guess in total the answer is what's stopping people from just mashing air grab all the time? Not too much, other than like if they get called out and teched, then they're gonna get their ass beat. So very good option, but punishable. Yeah, or dodge away.
Because like still like you know to do it like anti-air with it, you generally are trying to dash and like at the last moment go up and press B. So if you make them with that, like they still have, it's a bigger commitment than you might think, because they have to follow up this arc after that, kinda, or they have to double jump after that. But yeah, were there any other questions for that?
Yeah, Narb, are you going to add something?
No. Well, if I was, I forgot it.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. Was that all of the questions that are there currently? That's so fucked up? Yes. Yes, it is.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever you were talking about, yes.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Then yeah, you guys can put in some more questions in chat. And I guess you can show off Ryoko in the meantime, right?
Yep.
Since that's also a character that we haven't seen beginners touch too much. This is, I want to say just while that's booting up, from the receiving end, the character that I think is the scariest to stand around. We'll see why, because of her game plan and stuff. But Vic, I guess once you show what she does, also tell people what they can do about this, because this is sort of feels like an endless vortex of death.
Yeah. So Ryoko is very short range, but excel at bullying people in the corner, or bully people in general. Which is kind of rare in the game, at least. Speaking of corner pressure wise, she has a very amazing, also as we saw earlier, that can grab people standing like this. You have to be very close, and on shorter character like that can be a pain. Actually, let make me that easier for myself to show up. Ryoko.
And remember, she can do this off of her short hop. The short hop that has startup and vulnerable frames, right?
Yep.
So you can't just be like, I'm going to punish her meaty when she gets up. No, she'll short hop through it and grab you into full combo. Do not.
She might not be able to grab you from a wake up hop, depending the move you have out. So that will be about a bit nuance on stuff like that. But yeah, overall that is definitely an option. It's still a regular throw, so people can definitely take out of the throw, but people are generally not ready, because as you can see, that's a very fast thing to react to. So, and we're still with other approach that she had, that can be a tough mix-up. But yeah, Ryoko is a bully / grappler character without any command grab. Just a regular air grab is that good. Also like that, the main stuff that you'll see used are this dive kick. I think this dive kick, please. There we go. It's an overhead. Actually, it's technically oh my god, please block. Are you blocking? Yes. I think it's taking 2 or 3 overheads in a row, but you will land cancel them most of the time, right? So you will not actually get all 3 hit. It's very powerful as a Tiger Knee, because you can generally combo if you do that correctly. There we go. Oh, well, I suck. And it's really good if you're spacing up in the air, because that second hit actually launch in the air. This one is very useful, but can be tricky to actually land, because you have to be at a kind of close distance, as you can see. On the ground, she has a good overhead. It's kinda slow, but as people expect a lot of options, Tiger Knee into overhead, or her low is pretty fast, so you can bully people. She also has one of the few down B that can still be backdash cancel. So she could bait also any reversal from that, which is really good. This 1B is also backdash cancelable, but the bane of my existence. Yeah, because 2B, 3B are this, which is your regular sweep, and 1B will be this move, which you generally don't want. Another important move that she has that help people from getting up in the air, her fireball. And as you can see, if at least the A version is blocked, they bounce back up enough that if you do another fireball motion, you will send them back. You can juggle a lot of them, but the problem is as soon as there is more of them, they will clash with each other generally and fall off. If you use the super version, both will be supers, by the way. Also pretty good for that.
Okay.
What did I know?
I did not know. It
Yes,
wasn't
yeah.
important to know usually.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a good angle, as you can see, also like to try to force them to jump toward you. It's a very easy fireball to jump around, that's why it's not really good for zoning. But it kind of like force them to go around it, which mainly like people want to go forward. So then like if you're ready, because you don't have a lot of recovery, like you can jump and anti-air them with the grab. That's where like the main threat is. The 2-2B is mainly like if you see that they are not wanting to go in the air, you can bully with that. And the good thing is like I cannot really show it here, but it builds meter if they block it. So that's your way that if you want meter, and you'll see why you want meter after that, that's one way to kind of gain some. Right? And then at some point they will be annoyed and they will jump, and then you try to anti-air them or do the other fireball. I guess I'll finish with 2-2C. 2-2C is also a great angle, and the very important thing is the fireball is air unblockable. So they cannot block it in the air at all, which also can be useful as like an anti-air up close. If they block
the hand
slap,
hitbox is also air unblockable, right? Or
it's blockable.
No, it is.
It's actually like annoying, but it's kind of hard to set that up because it's kind of random. Here you see that it's worked correctly, so the fireball appear and instantly like hit them. But sometime, and I don't know exactly like the thing is the fireball is missing, so people get hit by the slap first somehow. And the slap will push people out of the fireball and not get anti-air, but it is a jank part of this game, a wonderful like marvel of coding. I cannot really showcase it. Alright, I guess just.
So now we have meter.
That can be also a thing.
Well, you talked about dive kicks a little, like, but I was actually gonna ask, like, you also mentioned like the kind of like, because I mean one of the strengths, right, is that when they're air blocking, like when they're jumping and they're air blocking, like if you dive kick and like land behind them, like dive kick, land behind air throw while they're still blocking is like really good.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Like
on the same,
so that's like
same idea as
thing,
Megumi,
like,
basically. Yeah.
Like just like keep that in mind, like just generally applicable if you're a character who has a move that takes them downward and puts them in block stun so that you can that takes you downward and puts them in block stun so that you can like then follow up with like an arrow block roll. That's like always good, basically. But yeah, meter.
Yeah. I'll try to see if I can. It's hard to set up
non-volleyball meter, I guess. Yeah.
You see that technically you could hit with something, generally your jump B, land first, and then like try to air throw again. There is a lot of things you can do like this that are fucked up.
Yeah. It's always harder to do stuff like this on dummies than against people.
Yes, it's something that would happen more often in game because you jump and clash with someone, right? Then you can like land back safely and not hit what they are trying to do to you, and then like hop back and grab again.
Yeah.
But yeah, meter. Why is it important to have meter with Ryoko? Well, I we saw this is a good anti-air. We did not see it, but like Conjure Forward is also a great combo tool. Also, hello. The second hit, this one is unblockable on the ground at least. I don't know about the air. So that means that they have to guard cancel to dodge it. If they don't know about it, they will get hit. But something very unique about this character, if you press DPC or if you press 5C plus 5Y together, you enter this mode, which in dummy mode will not do anything. but generally you will be flashing red. That means you have armor. So, do I have armor for real? No, I don't.
No.
Yeah. Training mode,
Yeah.
let me see, I can maybe set that up. It's just a bit more annoying to do. Normal. Actually, I
Yeah,
don't
and
know.
we're talking like full on super armor on the ground, i.e. like you can hit her as many times as you like. She's going to keep going. She does lose health, but she is armored. In the air, she does not have the armor, and she's also of course grabbable. But
She's ground
Yeah.
grabbable as well.
yes, also
so-
ground grabbable.
I'll just gain meter. Quickly.
Meter gain pretty quick in this game. Gonna go 120.
And so to be clear, you need to be in you do need to be in 120, like to be doubly clear.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly,
Number
and
of
your
armor
armor will
is
last
positive.
until your 120 expire. As you see, like 120
Wow.
expire very quickly.
Yeah, that was what we were talking about with sometimes it doesn't last how long it's supposed to.
Yeah.
That was not 11 seconds.
No.
Exactly. So the armor does not have an effect on 120. This was just 120 going off for no reason. This means she has armor for quite a long time, and she'll chase you
Or not,
around.
depending.
Yep. You're
Yeah,
gonna get
or
unlucky,
not,
of course, here.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you should set her like once you gain the meter, once you use it, maybe you should set her to be like using her mash move or something, just to show off the armor a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
I guess I can just do the Mac punch. Mash that in.
yeah.
Save that, because why not? You see that I'm
Yeah.
having armor.
Yeah, also
Yeah.
the startup is invulnerable, so what you'll see like Vic, since we have no other Ryuko players, I was gonna say Ryuko players do, is save up on the meter and then try to make something with like the reversal property, i.e. the activation is just invulnerable, you use that. If
Yeah.
there's anything else, she still has armor, she grabs you, hits you, or does something to you, and then full combo.
Exactly. I'll go back
Yeah.
to 120 to just show up like a
Yep.
bit more.
So consider this is the basic building blocks of her game plan, right? If you're close to her, she'll short hop grab you. So you're like, I'll stay away. So she throws these like fake zoning fireballs at you and gains meter, and you're like, wait, I don't want her coming after me with armor. So now you have to go and contend with her, which means dive kicks at mid-range into combo, some other kind of dash move into combo, or just like you're close enough and she'll just short hop grab you. You're forced to engage with a character that you do not want to be close with. You're going to... Yes, so you're going to have to learn Asuka footsies the hard way against this character, because other than that, like, you cannot stop her. When she hits armor, she'll just run after you and kill you.
Yeah.
And why is she good at bullying people in the corners? Because people want to high jump, right, in the corner, so they'll get grabbed. But they can also, like, just stay in the corner like that, because you have your mix-up of, like, 2A overhead or, like, tiger knee, like, dive kick, that are, like, pretty annoying. And then, like, you could also just, do, like, the 2B backdash, or, like, into, like, punish into, like, something like that. Or, like, installing armor is, like, being really annoying. Any ground grab, like, then, like, is lead to combo and stuff like that.
I believe, like, J5A, like, pushes out a corner for corner steal as well. Like, she has that, too.
Yep.
Similar to Terami's. Not quite as... OP,
Not quite.
but similar.
Yeah, not as OP, but basically, like, that into a jump season.
Oh, no, JA does, J5A does it, I believe.
Yeah, but, like, generally, like,
yeah.
you see that, like, it's not always right.
Yeah,
But if
it's
you
not as
lead it
consistent
with, like,
on it.
with a jump C, basically that's your main mix-up. If you can land it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's funny. There we go, because you can like still land behind and like land something. Or Jumpsy also similar as like Asuka or Nana. Just turn them around. I know window is like a bit tighter for her than like Asuka, for example, or Nana. But you can still grab after it. Same after her, oh my god, Tagani right here, you see that it's turned them around. But that is even weirder to get.
Yeah, so Morito, yeah, it's late, as Salsa said in the chat, it is late heavy super for the volleyball spike. Not like
there
light,
is
medium,
indeed
heavy.
no mediums. This game is like a 3 button, like a Melty Blood or Under Night. You have like a button, a B, and a C.
Sort of a sort of almost 2.5 button in some ways, but yeah.
It is technically a 2 button games. You only have A and B, and A plus B together is C, but it's treated as like a 3 button game because you can technically like A, B, C, right?
Yeah, there's a button for command normals, like 6A, 3B, that sort of thing. Some people, or the Japanese community, though mostly for Asuka SB2, because here's LimitOver, so different version game, treat that sort of as their medium button, but it's also just command normals, right?
And also, in some Asuka games, to be clear, in some Asuka games, namely Final and Return, that button, the command normal button, does do medium specials. So that is a medium button in those games.
Yeah, but not in LimitOver doesn't have this.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think that's kind of it. There's a lot more detail on stuff, but yeah, bully people with like dive kick, as you can see. Also, dive kick can like crossover, so you can like crossover low after that. Bully with overhead, bully with grab, a lot of bullying. Bam. And headbutt a lot. Yes, next character? If there is no other question about like a matchup, move, or anything.
Yeah. Well, as usual, just throw in questions into chat. We'll be going over characters for.
Oh boy, it's time.
You guys want.
So. Oh, where do I start with Tarami?
Before you start, questions can be about anything, not just the stuff on screen, right? We're doing the stuff on screen to just illustrate some things as we wait for questions to be more specific. So if you have a question about something else, like, I don't know, Genichiro or something, or just like a system, go ahead. Then you can just ask those questions. Okay, Nar, go.
So, Tarami is kind of a bruiser character. She's kind of slow. She has really big buttons. She has really big damage. And she will hurt you. I suppose we can start with like 2B.
Yeah.
So 2B, it's pretty big. It has some surprising distance rate, as you can see. It also like has double use, as you can make its range even dumber, because you can Kara cancel your 6A into it on whiff. You can like chain your 6A into it on whiff, and it takes you really far.
Are clashes, so they are the clash box. They are separated from the regular hitboxes.
Yes. Yeah. So blue's hurtbox, red's hitbox, green's clash. Yeah. And then once Tarami lands a 2B, she can start doing that. So like Tarami's 2B loops are extremely potent at dishing out damage and stun. Are you on handy 4 or handy 5 right now?
I think I'm handy 5.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that much. No, I guess you can change it, but we might as well.
Just to be a bit more realistic,
more
up to date.
Current.
Yeah.
But still, like very, very fucking potent damage and stun output from her 2BB loops. And really, the amazing thing about these is that you have so many ways to get into them. And that really is the kind of the crux of Charmy's game plan. So there's air throw. Air throw goes into it. There's ground throw. Ground throw goes into it. There's 1B. It does go into it, but sometimes it's kind of weird. Everything about the move is weird. There's DP, which is one of the most important. Oh yeah, fucking yeah, like DP, which is like definitely one of the most important. You just goes right into it. Especially ADP, but yeah, that is B and that works as well. And yeah, like just from these like that, and that, you know, that forms the basis of her combo game. Really crazy with all the ways she can get into 2v loops. And then she has once you kind of get moving away from like the combo stuff, we can talk about her normals. So 6B is maybe her main like ground poke. Like this move is really good. So it reaches quite high, as you can see. Overall, so it can catch people who are kind of super jumping, drifting around. It is also an overhead, and the first 2 hits are special cancelable. Though that does whiff. You have to use 2-2B on actual crouching opponents for that cancel to hit. But even then it can be tough. On Asuka's crouch is especially short for Charmy DP. There's lightning. We'll get to that one later. But
she had that technically, by the way. But yeah, it's not very used.
Yeah.
But that is like something that you can combo into if you're pretty good with buffer dash.
Yeah.
It's not right there, but it's something like that. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that one. It can be kind of tight. Yeah, like. Yeah, the 6B is kind of her main grounded poke. 5C is also great, but 5C is great for pretty normal 5C reasons. It's just, it synergizes very well with DP on clashes. It would take a little bit much to kind of set up the dummy for all these clash situations, but suffice it to say, Tarami's clash game is extremely good.
Just before you go into that, like the 6B, also very good as like if they're trying to high jump, we basically like catch them blocking around here because like it's pretty high, so they will be forced to block, and then if you block that, then you can like anti-air with DP and like kill them.
You can guard break, like go right into DP. Yep. And yeah, like doing these guard breaks with DP, like that's actually we should talk a little more about DP. I can do a little DP tangent. DP is incredible because it is the best air unblockable move in the game. It has the first 2 hits here, so that one and that one are air unblockable. The last one isn't, but usually doesn't matter. Because it is still very active in the first 2 hits and very large and goes very high. And so it doesn't really matter that much that the last one doesn't usually.
I think actually
isn't. I think maybe the low one might be air unblockable too. Like the first of the 2
is for
last.
Sure.
Like
this one is, and I think maybe
that one is.
This
that
one
is
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like the second rep of this. This one is not.
The second uppercut is what I'm talking about. Really, it's her second uppercut is air blockable. Her first one isn't, and her first one it does so much for you already that you don't. The point is, it's so good. And Tarami has so many ways to kind of catch you air blocking and DP you out of it. And the move has not much recovery. It is certainly punishable, but it is not like easy to punish all the time by any means. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You can use it as a launcher. It's a combo starter. Yeah. It's an amazing anti-air. It is one of the best moves in the game. It easily has an argument for being the best move in the game. There are
As you can see, she's
arguments that can be
taking
made.
plus on block.
Yeah. And then you have your if we want to talk about like air normals for a second. So like her other ground normals are, like she has good ones, like 2A is good, 3A is actually surprisingly decent, but it's for weird reasons that I don't really have time to get into. It's
Because
not worth
render
talking about that
cancelable
much.
and pretty far.
Yeah. 5B can be useful for situations where you want to hit their air block but don't want to move forward, which can happen, certainly. Like her air normals, so jump A is kind of a weird niche. Like it's certainly, you can use it a little in neutral, like if you want to. Certainly infinite active frames are good and all. And it has decent range. And jump 6A is kind of weird, but it also hits an interesting angle. It's usable, definitely. It's disjointed. Pretty good. I feel like a lot of other characters probably would use that move a lot more than Tarami does, but Tarami has jump B and jump C, and those moves are ridiculous.
Yep.
So that's jump B. It's very big. It's very disjointed. Entire leg is just hitbox and clash blocks.
And the fist.
It is, yeah, and the fist for some reason. And it is very hard to punish her for using jump B. It is like jump B honestly is damn near impossible. You can punish a jump C because she doesn't have air options after it. Like if she has air options like at all after jump B, like it's so fucking hard to punish it. It's not possible, yeah, because you can just jump cancel that on whiff, which I mean, to be fair, is true of everything. It's true of every jump B, but it's a ridiculous move, so it feels more ridiculous, right?
And she has a shred of the jump C after.
And then there's jump C. So this is even bigger. You see the giant fucking extra hitbox coming off of her fucking like toe there, the foot hitbox, just sticking out. Even bigger. Absurd clash power. Some of the best in the game. This is, I think this is also a very, very good argument for the best move in the game.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It is so belligerent. You can press jump C for days. You need to be a little careful. It has the same drawbacks that every jump C does, but like the only drawbacks it has are the same drawbacks that every jump C does. It doesn't have any unique weaknesses. Is I guess what the best way to put it, right? It like the only thing is just like, yeah, if you whiff, you're, if you not even if you whiff, but like especially like on block, like yeah, it can be bad on block, but even then it's like you're so far away from them if you space it right that what guard cancel do they have most of the time in the air that is that long reaching? Like that spot, sure, but if you're hitting with the tip of that, no. Like half the time, no.
Also, due to the disjoint, if you're trying to grab her, it would actually not work most of the time because she's actually further than you would think.
Yeah. And so these moves are also certainly part of why. And you're also seeing like, here's Tarami landing with these buttons, and then yeah, she can just like DP for most of these distances. Right? If she lands and they're still air blocking, she can just DP. Yeah, right there. And that's a very common situation that Tarami like takes advantage of. Is just like land, jump C, and so yeah, DP fucking sure, that was an air throw, sure, whatever, have fun with it, party with it. Can you show off the J5A corner steal thing really quickly? I just wanted to mention that. You can get some special mention, yeah, so Tarami J5A, it makes her collision box really wide. You can see the gray box. It makes her really wide. Yeah, so she can push people out of the corner, and that's very good because the corner in this game is a strong defensive decision. And you want to have good tools to get people out of the corner and to reach, and especially for Tarami, who gets to kill you, or do like 80% rather, if she steals the corner. J5A also has very high hit stun for a jump in this game. She can just do. You can just like do land J5A straight into 2B and start to BB loops.
Really? Jumping? Damn, okay.
Yes. Yes.
Also, that's a good cross-up for some reason too.
Yeah.
And I realized that this is a good cross-up because that uncross-up here, nobody's blocking the low after that.
Yeah.
You're welcome now. If you ever use it, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that's not even necessarily getting into her ridiculous throw ranges. Like, I mean, you've seen a little bit of it just from Vic, like, having no trouble at all picking up throws in, like, any situation. We can talk about, like, the other specials a little bit. We can talk about the Tatsu, I suppose. I don't, like... Yeah, it's worth talking about them. Both of the strengths of the Tatsu, they're the same move, it's just different angles. Tatsu is okay. You can use it as kind of a third jump in the air if you've exhausted your air options, or you can use it after a jump C to, like, as like a final clash option if jump C is not going to quite do it. You know, so that might be good against a character like, say, a Genichiro jump C, where he, you know, that move tends to beat Tarami jump C, so you can kind of Tatsu to get your kind of final clash in.
Only on clash
Tatsu
because
also,
you cannot like cancel it on block or anything.
Yes, and that's a universe mechanic. You can only cancel C moves into special times. You can show off the fucking weird last hit Tatsu hit stun thing if you want to. That's last hit Tatsu. Yeah, it just has high hit stun. You can link off of it fairly easily. You can link DP off of it. You can link straight into 2B off of it, although it's straight into 2B is a little tight.
So
like, it's an overhead, yeah. Like, it's honestly not even that good because of how like this game's mechanics tend to like this game doesn't favor you being on the ground. So Tarami gets like smacked more often than not for trying to Tatsu all over the place. But it's a nice tool to have. Good air chain ender, good for the other things I mentioned.
yeah.
We can talk about this fucking fireball for a second also.
The chain ender is also like a stem den on the ground, which is good.
And it is a blue launch there, which means that if you were to do it close to the wall, like if the tech was off, you can throw them afterwards. You can as they kind of slide down the wall, you can throw them for the blue launch, and that is it's not super duper consistent, but it can be an extra bit of stun, extra bit of damage.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, it's kind of flashy. I can give you the words on the fireball right now, which is don't use it. Don't use the air one, and don't use the ground one. I know you're thinking, oh, okay, you know what, I'm gonna innovate this character. I'm gonna find the genius use and ways to use this move. I promise you I've thought of them. I promise you that I've thought of them and that it's not fucking worth it. It's just not. I mean, do it if you really must, but like, it's not a good move. It's really bad. The air one is like, yeah, like there's kind of that, you can try to use the recoil, but to kind of make something like, let's say, but also like you can just double jump back on block for the same effect, or do a bunch of other stuff that will probably be way better than doing that. There is the lightning. Yeah. Lightning is amazing. it is a giant air unblockable wall of lightning that you can combo off of. I don't even really need to say anything more on that.
It is full screen, as you can see. Like it goes above the screen right now. We cannot dodge it.
Yeah. Like it is not infallible. Like a lot of the time, it is better to DP. Like you have to get comfortable with what situations you want to be using lightning versus DP, because you know the lightning isn't just like a straight upgrade or anything. They can react to the flash and they can drift away. Like it really depends on like where they are, because if they're like right above you, then a lot of the time that is when they can't avoid it. But you know, if they're not quite in front of you, then it's gonna be a lot harder. If they're not quite in front of you, like, you know, they can do stuff. You also do have to note that it's I don't know, it's just it's very good. You can like some characters can kind of like land like not sure, but yeah, like most of the time, yeah, like land like drift away, land spot dodge, stuff like that, like can be used to beat it. It is not like a completely unbeatable move by any means.
It's very hard still,
but
like,
it's very good. It's very good. Use it and abuse it. But you just keep in mind the situations where you want to be using DP instead. And remember that it's not, even though it's a super, it might seem like it's your best starter, it is not. DP is still stronger, and 2B straight up is way stronger, and throw is stronger.
the corner like that, you're
It's
kind of
actually one of your weaker starters as well.
The fuck was that? How did I do a 5C that just landed?
But that's just because like scaling with supers and with like things that do a lot of hits is often just kind of fucked up in this game. And makes things do less than they maybe should. Anyways, I'm gonna get a phone call.
And I guess that's kind of it. Yeah, this super not that useful. Do a lot of damage. Can I hit? It has iframes. Are you there now?
Yes. What?
No, I don't hear now anymore.
So, sorry. Yeah, I got a phone call. I had to take it.
Oh, okay, no problem.
I returned just now. That was timely.
We can do, yeah, like the last thing is just like the supers. Like the fireball super is kind of a gimmick. You can use it. It is mostly good for, it has a little bit of start of invincibility, and then you do this, you fly up quite a far distance. You can use it as kind of a third jump. Like, unlike the normal air fireball, it has a lot more recoil, so it is better at just kind of dodging an attack, but like, you shouldn't overuse it because it will, the amount of times it works is way outweighed by the amount of times it doesn't work. I promise. Yeah. Sometimes it feels like it will work, and then you remember that, yeah, it's kind of slow. Like, it has to start up, and then the fireballs have to actually hit your target, and it doesn't, it seems like it would be really good. But yeah, it's still fairly safe, so you know, you don't have to worry too hard about it. Also, if your back's against a wall, it technically can start 2BP loops if your back is right against the wall.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, you can try it.
Learning today.
I see. That's funny.
Yeah.
He doesn't present for yeah.
The 214B, the X kick super is pretty much just a combo ender. You are never going to hit somebody raw with this overhead. They are going to just react to the flash. It's not.
That you run in the void? Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an overhead. You're never gonna hit somebody raw with that flash, but it is a good combo ender. It does quite a bit of damage. It is her best ender damage wise. In most cases.
Yep. I think that covers it mostly. Uh,
I suppose so. Nars muted right now, though.
okay. I guess I'll say like the dive kicks pretty good, but situational. You'll see them use as like resets options. You'll see now use that sometimes. You can literally just watch a match to see what use for the dive kicks. As a reminder, we are still doing that just to represent the characters, but anyone that has any question about anything, system-wise, combo for your characters, matchup tips, or anything, feel free to ask around. Like, we are doing that just to present characters, and I guess at least we have like a video somewhere with that. I think that's fine.
Lore, community questions, event questions, literally anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, like also showing off the characters just
I hadn't made a mention again, but I mean I pretty much covered Tarami.
Yeah.
Cool.
There wasn't really anything else. Like yeah,
there was only the dive
super
kick, but I think like they can watch like your matches. It's used as reset
you can see
menu
the way I
and
use dive kick.
Yeah.
Dive kick is very multifaceted and cool. That's probably too much for right now.
Yeah. Any stuff you want to say, Cinch? Because that's your character.
Megumi, while I'm cooking, yes, skill check. Okay.
Would you rather wait until after you're cooking? Sorry.
Well, like that's fine. Like yeah. So Megumi is supposedly a rushdown character, which that is true. Like Vic will show off some of her options that she can do a bit later. Mostly, she's very fast, so she has a very fast roll. She can extend her roll with an attack roll, which is also quite quick, so she can just roll anywhere she wants. You don't want that hitting on block, because it'll make you rise a little bit. But outside of that,
you
like,
can pick which side you're going if you hold a direction. Good thing to know, so you can go back or forward.
You can also start this roll technically sort of inside of them. It's the same stuff we were talking about earlier with people doing moves like on transition, so you could actually like make it manual guard unblockable, and I mean auto guard unblockable, and no one's manual guarding that, but that's a little dangerous, so wouldn't recommend it. But if you got the distance and the timing down and they're standing there because they're like, fuck Megumi, I don't want to deal with that, you roll into them, kill them. Like that's also funny. I mean, maybe odd. So very mobile character. Also, mostly I'm using her mobility, but yeah, like she has another jump, or rather she has a demon flip. The demon flip allows her to either use a little horizontal one, which is the B version, or this vertical one, which is the A version, which you can even use to just go off screen, like super jump, double jump, A version, you are gone. Like people will not see where you are. This is actually has utility. So basically, during the demon flip, she can grab you if she gets close with B. If she is too far away, then B as well as A will give her a melee dive kick. So she'll just stomp on you.
Yeah. I think like A cannot grab. So you
A
will
cannot
always
grab.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. That's why I said it that way. You can get if depending on the angle, we saw it just now. You can also break like auto guard with this move because she has like a bit of momentum on it. So if you can angle that properly, you'll just go through people. And yeah, like manual guard fail. So yeah, has mobility, but there's actually even more. She has one of the best boost jumps that I'm aware of, which is jump B, where she extends herself a lot, but she will also actually fly quite far. And she puts herself horizontally. So that means that if you're trying to get out of a situation, this move will actually kind of move all of your hurt boxes like laterally, so you're hard to anti-air grab. You can escape a lot of situations this way. So why am I talking about escape with a character that's like probably really good at rushdown? Well, so we saw her fireball game earlier a little bit, but yeah, aerial fireballs, rounded fireballs, and she also can send them diagonally down. And if she presses a button at any point in time, she can recall them. Note that the A version of the aerial one and also the B version of the grounded one, if they hit people, they will launch them straight upwards. This means even in the corner. So normally you can tech in the corner if you go up against certain moves that have this sort of vertical launch, which this fireball will have, the A version anyway. They cannot tech. In any case, that means you're launching them into combo, and you have a whole lot of fireballs to throw. Like, you'll see mostly me play this way. I just play her as a zoner, so she can just throw out various angles. She can recall the ball, makes it very hard for people to get in on her at all, and because of her breezy movement options that we showed earlier, yeah, she'll just kind of dictate where she can even be interacted with. And yeah, as you can see, you can easily recognize once you've hit someone with fireball, dash B, that's that kick attack to get like some range on people, confirm into it. You can even just go from that into one of the most damaging supers in the game, which is her like 2-2C. Which it has a little bit of lateral movement forward, so be careful to not do it like right under someone, but other than that, this is an air unblockable move. So yes. So gameplay wise, if she wants to zone, she'll use all of her movement tools to just kind of like stay away and not get punished, because she doesn't have to commit on anything, because you can just jump, double jump, demon flip, so if someone's trying to anti-air you, well, they'll have a hard time. And other than that, yeah, that's the zoning part of it. But actually a rushdown character, i.e. if you're a bit better at doing pressure than I am, you can just truck up on people and 3A them or 2A them. There's an extremely fast low that you can go into combos. Both of these. Yep, you can just get full combo. And we could have even extended here by just doing again dash B into super. Right. Lots of damage off of that.
Out of it, but yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah. Yeah. We showed this off a little bit earlier, but I'll say it again here since people may not have seen. She has her 2B dive butt, which she can use to just land really quickly out of any option that she chose to do in the air, be that on whiff cancel into 2B. She can interrupt the 2B and do a fireball, so she can just move herself downward in the air and then shoot again. Yeah. She can also use her fast fall special for... Wow, that sounded like fast ball special. But anyway, fast fall special, where she can just actually decide to go on the ground quicker, which is like just a 2-2 in the air, or special 2 special, exactly. She'll have this blue shadow. This outer guard's on the way down, so yeah, she has lots of choices for different sorts of things to move around. Her 6B is a surprisingly quick and far-reaching overhead. You can get people just in neutral just because she steps forward during it. And yeah, exactly. She can follow up if she's a little further away with Tatsu or with dash B. Again, can go into like this move, which hurts. Yeah. So that super will be comboed into in a lot of different situations. She can actually kind of spam it, by which I mean, it is a blue launcher. Blue launchers in Asuka 120% mean that you cannot, in fact, like, hit people, but you can grab them. And Demon Flip is a grab. It's a techable grab. Weird time window to tech, though. So if you land this super, as Vic is doing, if he does Demon Flip and then holds forward, or just does a micro dash, or just does a dash with a slight delay, you can get 4 different timings. No one is teching those after, if you know all of the timings. And then she'll just do it again. She can go into air series or just do her super basically 3 times. And since it's a very damaging super, you'll be getting a lot of their health down. And again, a zoner. Her meter build is very, very fast. There are scant situations where she doesn't have meter despite being a character who will be also spamming her jump C, which costs meter a lot. Her jump C, since we're at that, this move, yes. You can use that falling. It's a very active move. You can use that sometimes on cross-up even if you have momentum. But usually you'll be using it like Vic is doing here. This will interrupt a lot of people. It's a jump C, right? Startup invulnerable and clashes multiple times in a row. Still will hit after those. It is also really good rising. So if there's some situation you want to get out of, or like 5Z or just regular jump C is actually like a really good option to just interrupt and hit a lot of people out of many different things. I don't know, it's so versatile, it's hard to pin down. Usually if you don't know what to do and you're in front of someone, like rising jump C is something you could try. Or if you want to escape, like I said, 5Z, double jump, B, like the you know, this thing, exactly, the boost jump B. Yes, so if there's somewhere you want to be on screen, she can go there. And if you want to convert over fireballs, she probably can, because she's fast enough to just go in and then hit people. And she does have like her demon flip to actually mix up people with like a grab. She can do this up close too, so she's one of those characters where if you're close to them, they'll just air to ground grab you. Exactly. There is a, to me, fringe usage, but technically, if people are trying to super jump out and you use her 5B timed well, she will actually reach up high enough to hit them and they'll auto guard, which means also you can cancel into the demon flip right away. That was a little too fast. But yeah, like up, demon flip.
I think I need to go in a bit, which I was not ready for, but here we go.
Yep, exactly. Especially if they're doing it on wake up, it's a little easier because you'll be closer to them. So if they just jump, yep, or they get hit. So you can just shut people down. If you see Staffy at our weekly's play, he does all of this stuff that we're describing right now, the rushdown and these kinds of setups into demon flip that you can't really escape that well. He does that, all of that a lot better than I do. I do more of the zoning. So yeah, if you like characters that move everywhere, Megumi's for you. If you like having like some sort of abominable mix-up options, Megumi's for you. If you like zoning a lot, she's the best zoner in the game. Probably also the only one that gets to actually zone all the time because of her strong movement. Other characters, everyone in this game can kind of circumvent zoning options, but because of her absurd movement and the angle she can throw her fireball at and that she can convert off of the stray hits you get too, actually makes her into an effective zoner despite being in this game. If she were in any other game that didn't have as much air movement, this would be an abominable character that would destroy every child's dreams of becoming good at fighting games. One of those. Yeah. And I guess like Vic, you're more adept at running at people and doing pressure, so I guess I'll leave the rest.
Yeah, so we did cover mainly like her main option that would be like a flip throw into like grab, well the flip into the grab, yeah. That's the main thing. 2A is really big for 2A, pretty good. Something to note though is your 2B is kinda atrocious. It looks not so bad, and you think that it could be used as an anti-up, which it can technically be. But
technically.
it has an awful recovery, and you need to cancel basically on the first hit for like the 2BB to work. If you try to cancel on the second hit, oh, she can sometimes, but I know that. Yeah, there we go. Here I pressed after, and sometimes it just doesn't work. I don't know what to tell you. This is very weird to do. What you'll see like people do is like try to get 5B in other ways. I'm not sure like how Staffy and Miyazaki do that actually, but you'll try to generally to go like into. Oh, please. into a 5B into 5C to be able to land and go behind them and like that, which makes her combos pretty compact overall. You have other ways to and more optimized combo, but I won't be able to do them. I didn't learn them since I did got.
She also has strong side switch stuff. With just her speed lets her get on other characters' side, like as you can see right there, very easily. And she also has her 5B is actually not wall techable. It's one of the weird moves that isn't wall techable
launchers. Yeah.
Which allows her to like take advantage of that when like reaching the corner, and have more avenues to just kind of like not have to worry so much about hitting the corner.
Yeah, due to how her optimal, which again, if like we don't know those, we can't show them. But if you have her optimal combos, you can get a lot of stun on people too. Like Staffy is in the Megumi channel on Discord, you'll find Staffy like show off a lot of things that he's working on or just talk about them, so you can get inspiration there. Basically, you can go for stun, or you can go for super, or combine them. You can get heavy stun and heavy damage with this character. Not the most maximum stun possible in the game, so she's not going to be doing like Torami and Nana stun, but like if she can get you twice in a row with all of her options, that's pretty realistic. She will stun you. Like,
yeah. See, did Staffy share any video? Because I can technically show them.
Yeah, I guess something I also thought of just now. Because of your wild movement and the fireballs, you can do something that doesn't happen too often in Asuka, which is you can get people to move horizontally towards you on the ground. And like we showed the overhead, that's also actually kind of far-reaching with 6B. Her 6A is actually kind of good to just punch people in the mouth too. Like it has a similar use in this case. And surprisingly, her slow 3B, it's kind of like a little slidey kick. Because it's special cancelable, you can kind of hit people in the shins and then go for some other special or other sort of cancel to just get out of that situation. So she actually has ways to force people to horizontally move in on you and can actually like punish that with her normals too. Even though she's so stubby, these three moves actually have a lot of range. Yep, here we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
And here, this combo did hit like, okay, did hit 29. So that means it will actually stun anyone in the game.
Yep.
If you have super, that is pretty good to have that like that. And I don't know which one is it. Oh, the same, but mid-screen. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a scary character if you can, especially if you can optimize the currently divided playstyles of like doing rushdown, stun, and good optimal like combos off of her mix-ups and her zoning. Because basically, if she can do both, and her movement is so good that she gets to dictate when she does which.
Yeah.
So
we don't have any player that really know how to do both. We know player that know either one or the other for now. But yeah, as soon as like someone has the skill and patience to do both, this will be terrorizing. I don't know.
I don't wanna see the fucking fusion dance, Staffy and Cinch.
Yeah.
I
fusion,
think
like,
an S tier character personally,
yeah.
but like, yeah.
Yeah, I think like it is definitely the one that has the highest ceiling potential.
Yeah.
You will also see like with the task that I've done, it's technically like the one that could do whatever she wants, because you can do so much like from that. Like you can land faster and do crazy things thanks to the 2B.
If you're a tech monster, if you're an execution monster, amazing character to pick.
Yeah.
Oh, and also if you're sorry, I guess you guys finished that point first. Okay. yeah, if you're a tech monster, as now was saying, but also if you're not. This is not a character that is necessarily high execution, i.e., you can do so much micro situation management with this character, and I don't mean execution micro dashes. There's just like you get 1 million choices in most situations, which means you get to learn a lot of like neutral labbing, is I'm going to call it that. Like I don't know, Justin Wong does this, but where you just have so many answers to so many different situations that you will be playing this character and constantly learning something new, which is sort of like the game. But with this one, it's like you're kind of like it's very like it enables many different playstyles just because of her absurd amount of options and stuff. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure, yes, if you're an execution monster, great character. But if you're like some sort of weird neutral monster, I mean, I know they exist, then yeah, also great character.
Yeah. And I think that's more or less it. Just will say this super is kind of funny. If you want to get out of like a corner or something, you are fully invincible like during the flash. I don't know if she started running... Yeah, but after she's very small Megumi. So it makes it hard sometimes to punish her if you want to run out of a corner, if people are jumping above you.
Yeah. Funny thing with the super...
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay. Funny thing with that Super 2 is, so there's a difference between like the 120 and 100% versions.
Mm.
If you have 100% and you hit someone on block, you can just hold back and she'll just bounce off of them safely. You cannot punish her. On 120%, she will always go into the series of hits. So that is more high commitment. However, regardless of which version you're using, this roll is very fast, and like Vic said, she's small, so you can go under people, but also it's just fast to also move around. Since you're in 120%, it's free. So just use it to move sometimes as well, as long as you don't think you'll impact them. You can also do Blanca stuff, which Vic was trying to show off there, which is you whiff the roll, right? Like if you have your distance down, then you can also use it for like a little combo dash. But like if you whiff the roll, she won't go into the attacks. And people are usually blocking because they don't want to be hit by super. I mean, that shit's like air unblockable. You don't want to jump either. And then you just grab them, right? Like you just roll in front of them, miss,
overhead or anything.
grab. Yeah, or low and overhead too. That's also possible. But yeah, so that's why it was like Blanca stuff, because you've played Blanca, you've certainly had him like ball at you, not hit you, and then grab you. Unless you're playing Street Fighter 6, in which case he just has a move now to do that. But yeah, that's yeah, the character has a lot of stuff. Yes.
Like movement, she's the one. The Kumi and her are all about movement.
Yeah.
I guess next one.
Yeah. I want to point out it's 1 a.m.
Yeah. But there are still people watching, so remember that you can still ask questions, but like at least we'll go around and do the characters. Might as well. We committed.
Yep.
Though I
like
already did Kumi, so
yeah, questions in chat will be prioritized, and if there if for any period of time where there's not questions, we'll explain characters.
Oh, one thing for Kumi that I didn't. Well, I didn't do everything. The two thing I didn't talk about super. I think this one is like your best entire. If you have someone that is above you, you will use it. It has iframe, but you will get slapped often out of it because of this hotbox. But yeah, full unblockable and with an overhead. Another one that is very important to know. This is ground unblockable. It is very weird, as you can see, and it lets stuff that clash on people. But also, I don't know if I can show that Let's see. Yeah. If it has auto block, you see that like it's unblockable, but if they are blocking, they're gonna get hit. This doesn't guarantee you a combo. It basically guarantees you a mix-up. It's extremely weird and very unique. Generally, and it's very slow. So if they jump above, it's a free finish. In some cases, though, if you hit, you can technically loop it. And yeah, you see that like, if you add too many of them, like some sprite disappear and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm saying it here because beginners will get hit by that because they don't know it's ground unblockable. So if you see that, just high jump away, and then you'll be in her face and you should be able to punish them. I think that's it. The rest I did talk about it earlier.
You're the kind of guy that likes having a noob stomper. Kumi is big noob stomper. It's hard to figure out the guard cancels that you need to do against her 2/2s. Like, yeah.
I guess I did. No, yeah. Forgot why I talked about it Kumi earlier, but I guess it didn't go full treatment. 2-2A on block and 2-2B on block can be hard to punish. They are both totally punishable, though. It's not like the Torami Rush is plus. It's just like it's hard to know to punish, and it ends with a low. So if they are like auto blocking, like that won't work. Spinning front kick, basically something that you can use to move around, like to go back or like avoid supers. Something that like you can do if like Torami does a lightning here. You could technically like a spinning front kick on the other side to make it whiff. So it's a lot of things like this. You have like a lot of variation, depending like the A goes upward. I'm pretty sure actually the first hit is also anti-air. Oh my god, there we go. This is you have iframes and then it comes out, and I think the first hit is anti-air, I'm not so sure. Can be situationally like useful, but it's kinda hard to actually like make use of it. B is going this way, but like so forward you can combo after it if they block low, I'm pretty sure. Oh, maybe closer. Oh, yeah, that's the other one you'll see open. Can I follow like the wrong version? I think so, but I'm not sure. It might be tight. But I think you can. But yeah. A good thing to know is like Tigani them. Like it will also create like different versions. That's the B version grounded. And that's the one like Tigani. See that it goes a bit further in, so that's pretty good. The Tigani A version allow you to basically go nowhere. So it's pretty good like to stop people that are dashing at you. Pretty good for that. And any other stuff to speedrun through. Jumpy, awesome move. Also like one of the few that kind of like give you a lot of blocks, hits them. Because they turn around people. But it can happen that you get the 2 hit and like they get spiked. If you try to combo and they attack, you might whiff your 2B and get wrecked. So be cautious with that and try to react to this. Yeah, that part. As I say, like this already is good, like for close-up thing. You have a combo. I guess she's very small. Let's see. But yeah, you have combo. The combo will be like heavily scaled. Don't do that much damage, but pretty nice. Any other stuff to say? Fireball. They exist. They're not that great. But can annoy people. So if you see your opponent is very easily annoyed by like zoning, then try to do that and then try to enter you after like when they're jumping at you. That is.
Did you talk about like how to use like a mix of aerial spinning swan kick and aerial hit grab?
No, because you cannot really use them as a mix-up themselves. Due to being like a hit grab. If it was a grab, yeah.
I didn't mean as a mix-up. Using a mix of
Oh.
there's like a lot of situations where either one or the other one is actually like really good in air to air.
Yes, no, not really.
Yeah, this was more something Fade did, and
Yeah.
yeah,
This
but
technically break the air guard. But if you're, I think, too far, well, first it has like a shit hitbox. But I think it can, or maybe one of them can be blocked late, but maybe not this one. But you cannot, you don't have any combo after it or anything, so it's not that useful. It's also not doing that much damage by itself. So, can be useful, but
you
is
can jump
a
scare
bit
kill
more.
people.
Hmm?
You can jump scare kill people with this thing.
Yeah. If you see that people are high jumping mindlessly and not doing any attack, that would work. If they're doing any jab, they can clash and win because you cannot cancel into anything else after.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. If you get a regular throw, that's actually better because you do have combo after this one. They are tight, but they do exist. I don't remember for Asuka what they are. I think that was a jab, but I don't remember.
Was there a spinning swan kick that had like some air unblockable stuff going on?
I think all of them, like the first thing, like this one, but yeah, easily clashable and lose to a lot of things if done too close to people. So not as great.
Yeah.
One anti-air that is actually true anti-air and very good. Your 3A. That's a low. Like, so all the hit are low, so that and that are unblockable. Main problem with them, actually, I need to add up ground air attack with B. Is that they can take it. Does not knock down. And oh, my bad. Yeah, the only thing you could do, generally, is try to do a 2-2B. But I know for a fact that if you're a bit too late because you try to react if it hit or not, yep, they can just block after. Or like not touch anything and just go through, because if you don't touch anything from attack, you will just land and be fully invincible. So if you are too far or like a bit too late, that's not a combo. Oh. Right, and if you hit with the last part, this last hit, you cannot actually cancel it. So you're just, yeah, don't even try because that comes out as a buffer and they will punish you. That's why it's like a really good anti-air, but it's like one step away from actually being the best anti-air / the most usable anti-air. It's very good at like annoying people. Like if they just like are like that, and you see that it's huge, so definitely use that. But don't expect like a combo or like go it with a super.
Yes. If you like stopping people from doing the whole super jump game, this is probably the character with the most options that are easily accessible to do so, primarily because of her 3B. That was a 3B, right?
3A.
So the 3A, my bad.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a 3B, but 2B will also stop a lot of people. But be cautious that if it's whiff, you have a lot of recovery, and the window to cancel it is only mainly at the start, so you cannot whiff cancel like a lot of people. Is this on Ficade? No, it is not. We have rollback net play, but it's on Retro Arc. Maybe one day if like Ficade add like Saturn, but don't expect that to be anytime soon. The rollback that we have right now is still pretty good though, so feel free to try it. Let me grab it. No, not there. You can join the server of And you can find in the resource channel everything to set that up. There we go. And I think that's everything for Kumi, is what I talked earlier.
Versatile character. There's probably something we're not thinking of right now.
You'll see we have Asuka 1 to 3 on Amiga Live. Amiga Live? What? For me, it's Burning Fast Final. Yeah. But Final is a different beast. But would not we need to explain that? I guess quickly.
What?
No, I did talk about Jump C already. Jump C is really good, but don't overuse it too much because as an air-to-air option, as you see, doesn't really go horizontally. This, I guess, Jump C, 5C. You don't talk about it, but that is definitely one of the best jumps here of the game. It's a great launcher, and like if people like do a multi-hit, that is also like really good to punish that.
Sorry, if I may ask the audience, at Amiga Live, like Amiga only has PS1 emulators, like on an Amiga, like. That old console computer thing from like the 80s? Yes, that's crazy. I mean, that's awesome. Just, you know, like, I mean, I see how you could get like Burning Fest to run on it, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And just to finish, this super is mainly a combo extender. I guess Asuka is like just annoying to do, but you do that, and then you do either a 3A or a 5A, which will be very tight depending the character you have in front of. For Gensho, basically, you have like 1 frame to do it. So it's something you'll generally learn later on, and I don't know why Asuka is just falling off of it. There we go, and you can technically like do another super. Generally, you want to do. Oh my god. Do this one to try to stun after. There we go. But it's tight, and it's something you'll do once you've played the game a bit more. Okay.
Yeah.
Tamaki.
Yeah, while you're selecting Tamaki, okay, so net play I get, but like I think I mean depends on your definition of easy. But if you're unaware of it, like try Duck Station. Duck Station is a PS1 emulator with rollback netcode, so that's pretty good for any kind of like action games and stuff like that, specifically fighting games. That should be better for PS1. Yeah. If you could link you launch a game with 1 button, so it's conceptually easiest. Arcadia is the 2nd easiest. Okay, I see. Had me excited for a second. But I don't know this option. If you could like link it, that I could have a look later, that'd be nice. And yeah, sorry, didn't want to interrupt, but you know,
Yeah.
Amiga NetPlay, and I
NetPlay.
have to check if that's exactly what it is, or if it's just called Amiga.
Yeah. Tamaki. Let's start straight up with like a fireball. The fireball is the main thing you would want to play Tamaki with. You're thinking that the main donor of the game, but as we saw, like it's actually Megumi. Megumi is the best one. But doesn't mean like she's bad. That means like she's different. So her fireball, as you can see, are jump cancelable even on whiff. That's great. That technically you could do like dealing with like jumping fireball, and that's what most people will start with.
Also worth noting, quickly, jump cancel on whiff and hit, not on block. You'll see like
on block it will work, but if the racket hit, you'll see that then you cannot jump cancel it. But if you're at this distance, you don't care. Just if you are indeed close enough, that won't work.
Yeah.
Indeed. So yeah, you would think that like doing like zoning like this would be the best, but as you can see, you actually cannot act after doing like an air fireball. So actually, like just doing something like that is better generally. And what you're trying to do is basically cut off the opponent trying to jumping above the fireball, like either with a jump B or like a jump C or like an air grab from there.
It's a very active and like interactive type of zoning. That Tamaki plays. She is not trying to wall you out. Well, she is, but she has to pay attention. Like, you know, she's not just mindlessly walling you out. She has to, well, I mean, no zoning, zoning's not inherently mindless, but you know what I'm trying to say. She has to very closely pay attention to the options that her opponent is using and counteract them in a very active way. And a lot of the time, like, her mode of zoning involves kind of running towards you with her fireball out on the screen because she wants to match whatever you're gonna do in trying to jump over the fireball.
Yeah. And the fireball, I would say, Arjun, like used when people are running at you. Like the A1 particularly is very good at stopping people from just running at you and trying to punish because it's right in front of her and kind of build a wall for that. It's also good like if you're just trying to retreat. But otherwise, most of the time, you'll like jump with your fireball and do like a jump B or jump C.
Yeah.
That type of thing. 2-2A and 2-2B, like her DP, are not so great, I would say earlier. And they're mainly as on ground clashes, if you are clashing with something like that. Maybe not with that.
You know, you can do like 5C, 2-2B can be good sometimes. Like 5B, 5C, 2-2B, stuff like that can be good.
And she will go in Mag Punch, and Mag Punch is not great, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, actually, I not have. There we go. Sure, it hits it immediately. But yeah, 5C, extend your iframe from that, and then you can go into 2-2A. I'd say like 2-2A is like the best you want to do, because it has a lot more iframes. And also is a blue launcher, so it actually launches them into a thing you can throw for them.
Yeah, well, you can convert off of 2-2B though, like fully, more fully, but it does have less iframes, and it's a little more committal.
Yeah.
So they're both options.
I think it doesn't even have iframe, it has like only a per body invincibility type of thing. But yeah, well, I have like 2-2A is like has definitely some iframe at the start. But yeah. One of a big tool in like is also 2B. It goes far. It has like a bit of a box at the end, but it's pretty big. You can loop it.
Maybe the best. No, Genichio's best. Genichio's best sweep in the game. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, exactly.
I forgot for a second. But I mean, you know, in terms of reward, the reward is better than Genichio, so you know.
Yeah. As usefulness, it is pretty up high, but it's not as long as some others. It does recover okay, but still has a lot of recoveries. It's a fair upward sweep. It's like a good one. But yeah, the reward you get from it is incredible. If she does a bit lower than Torami damage. Well, depending like the conversion. But she does a lot of damage and a lot of stuns also. But if you get like from like a 2A, that will limit a bit the damage. And she cannot get it from throws unlike Torami's. Or you can get it, but that's way harder because they have to mistake and you have to run after them and do something.
Yeah.
It's still like really good due to the being able to loop. You can also combo it with your fireball and link into like a jump 6A, which is really nice.
Yeah.
I guess speaking of like air normals, jump A mainly like to clash with fireball or clash with a move to just test the water, as it's pretty big, like air to air wise, like horizontally. Another move that I think like can be very useful as like a anti-air situation, I like to try to clash upward, jump 6A, pretty big, big hitboxes.
J6A is also quite good if to kind of just if you're doing any kind of a chain, bringing them towards the ground at all, because it's it's a multi-hit air normal and it's on block. I mean, like because it's a multi-hit air normal. Well, it also is good for on combos though too. Like it's good to bring them towards the ground in combos and on block. On block, you can set up kind of guard breaks lower to the ground, and then in combos, like you get these kind of you can do stuff like 2-2B jump cancel J6A into 2BP loops.
Yep.
Stuff like that. That is quite good that J6A enables.
Yeah. Jump 2B is like the main jumping move you'll see people use, because I mean look at that. That is just a crazy jumping. It also like has a later hitbox. Well, if you don't hit with it like first, you'll see that it has this hitbox, which is a good like no you don't hitbox. Very good to clash also. So as instant overhead can work, you have to delay to combo after it though. If you be rising, you will not combo. Or maybe like no. Maybe if they're tall enough to get hit by a jump C, but yeah. Up. Oh wait, I cannot. Yeah, we go. Oh, yeah, sure, you're janking off. I forgot about that. Aerial wise, jump C, also one of the best jump C in the game, I think. Send like straight up to the wall, deal a good chunk of damage. But also, if you do it correctly, which might take me like some tries, because I don't play the character that often. Yep, how the fuck do I do that? No. Basically, like if you hit with the second part of there we go. Of the move, you will slam them down towards the ground, which can be a very potent mix-up. Because if people see this move, they will be ready to take the wall and not take the ground. And if you hit them on the ground, you can also throw them OTG, which is very good because they might not expect. You can select which wall to send to. So another mix-up on the mix-up. Technically all avoidable if they take the ground on the wall, but that's still like another layer that you have to add on to and react to it. It's very good for that. From jump C. Once you hit them with the wall, like the easiest confirm would be when I want the wall, I get the thing, right? It's like a Tatsubi, where you cross over and then into a super. That will generally guarantee a stun. Like, no matter what. Like, it's the super, if you get the correct position on the ball, will basically go upward, generally to avoid hitting you multiple times. But if your hitbox is in it, it will go with you and bring it with you, dealing fuck ton of stun. You see that even from basically 2 hit into super, and that's like nearly full stun at 20 right there.
Yeah, and Tamaki has just like as long as she uses the right setups, Tamaki has no problem stunning the entire cast. Right there, that was 29 stun in a combo. That's enough for an Ichiro easily. Like no problem with meter. That is, to be clear.
Yeah.
Without meter,
you have to link a fireball or something and be more creative, but you can definitely do it. You won't be able to.
Not that hard.
Stun game struggle, but yeah.
Yeah.
As you saw, like I've been using that a lot. It's like basically 2B and 2B. You can like jump cancel it, which is really good to do side swap. And then you do like a a jump 6A to like let them fall in hit stun. It's better technically if you do only one hit of 6A, which can be tough to aim at. Generally, like you have to fade back to hit with only the last hit like that, or you have to somewhat cross over behind them to hit like this. Or you prefer to do it is up to you, but it's very, very, very good. It's to do better. To be that doesn't really work that well, but to be like this, I guess that. It depends. It depends where you're at in the combo. By example, in this position, you won't be able to do like a lot of your combo, right? Because they're at the wall, so they will be able to take it. So like here, doing this is technically better because then you have like your full combo, right? And boom, stun.
Okay.
So that depends where you're at. Because yes, technically you could also do it mid-screen, but that can cap your damage when mid-screen you can basically do like a raw 2BB loops that would be like your maximum damage.
Yes, the corner kills your combo.
Yes, corners. I need to make them tech it though. Ground air tech. It might be in this one. I think it is. I'll match the stun too. Anytime like anyone is that's not the correct one. Wall slam tech maybe. And see. And the I'll put everything. There we go. Ground combos, corner combos don't really exist like in other game. Basically, as soon as they're in the air, you see that they have a way larger window to actually take your combo. And like, yeah, they can take like your wall slam and everything, so that will catch beginners off guard, but you can definitely like take out immediately like stuff. So even if you try to sweep, you see that, actually I don't know if the DP can be taken. Yeah, you will see that like you cannot do this because they can take immediately. But so grounded combo, totally fine. Anything that keeps them on the ground is generally okay. So depending on your character, you want to have like something like that into a super or something like that that will give you more stun. Boxing in people is good, but yeah, it basically a progression from you to getting bullied and infinite in the corner. So you have to approach like the situation differently. You have to stopping them from like getting out for free, box them in, mix them up right there, and do like do mix up like that. Sure, why not? And do grounded combo, which like yeah, Tamaki has some. That is not a great ender because yeah. Either you end with like the crossback A, which can be like annoying to get, to be honest. So yeah, you want... Yeah. Yeah, Tamaki is a bit weird for that. You see that I'm using this one because it technically has like the best to end up because the 5B will launch them up. But this, sorry, this push you far, so you see that it kind of slowed down my Tetsu right there. But so I guess like technically doing it on the 6A is better to not whiff, but doesn't work 6A on like that. Yeah. Corner combos are kind of tough on Tamaki, but you get used to it. What is there else? I think I did check pretty much everything. Again, like this, I'll show up again, because technically they're like blocking like that can be fun to land like this. You can even land technically behind them, yep, like that, and you can like also hit them, yep, unblockable, like auto guard unblockable like this. But yeah. It's more like a funky gimmicky reset, but that can definitely work on in matches. Notes. I guess it didn't talk about V-dash, but this cluster back B can break auto guard. So it's recommended for them to either like guard cancel right there, or manual guard after to block all the move. And if it hit at any point, you can do super. If it doesn't hit, that's still like make it very safe for you. That gives them a lot of meter though. I will. Oh, she has 120%. Damn it. It will basically give her like a full meter. Wait, why does she has 120%? What did I do to give her 120%? Yeah, what did I do? Either like a control on that? I don't think we had something like that. Well, yeah. Basically, that will give like full meter because like every tick of the fireball is giving meter. So yeah, be cautious with that if you don't want them to have meter. I think that's it. Astro is really good, like for Antaria with can be quick. It's small, but it's like above her, so it can be good. Doesn't like work off the ground like that because too high. But if people jump, really good. You know, no problem, Moruto. Like it is taking definitely a lot more time. But yeah, good night. Go quickly on other character and I'll try to spend less time. Karina, the puppet character of the game. She has legs for days. She doesn't have like the biggest normal, but still like pretty good ones. This sweep like here, like as you can see, like goes pretty far. This is also a good way to stop people and like to send your frog after. This override is pretty nice. Jumping B is pretty nice also to place up people with, because you can still like do your frog after. Jump C is an amazing like you don't stop what you're doing. Good thing to note though, it's not an override. See that even if you hit, it's actually not an override. So people don't need to be too afraid of having like this hitting as another override. Good thing to know with her though. Crosser back B or crosser back A, set up your frog in this sparkle stance. It's very good. It's build up meter for you while doing it. And the A version is shorter and doesn't have a hitbox. So generally, I don't see a use for it. But it's there. The B version though. You see that there is an actual like hitbox. There we go. So that means like if people are running in, wow, there we go. They will get hit by that. It will do the crossover forward B, but kind of shorter because they get hit immediately into it. So yeah, doesn't go as high. This also makes that if you are blocking something, the frog will react. If you are blocking high, it will do like the crossover forward A, this move. If you block low, as we saw earlier, it will do the crossover back B. It's very good to stop people like pressuring you. This also, if you set up the frog like that and you get a hit and they fall onto the frog, that will stop the combo. It's a very annoying thing to deal with. You'll see opponent more. Come on, come here. Season opponent in the matchup like try to just run in it and clash with it. To try to disable the frog. While they're doing that though, technically I would not be able to do it with just two setup, I think, but if you see they are clashing, I think technically, let me see that. Yes, you can still do the special on clash, so if you're getting used to that and them like punishing and trying to clash, you can try to input like a first of all, B or A to actually punish that. By the way, you can still do it in the air too. Oh. And also what in Frog Sparkle thing, the move are enhance. That's the normal one. That's the enhanced one. It goes way further out as more hits. For the A version, it basically doubles the space it goes. Actually, let me do without that. See that it doesn't reach. And that doesn't? Wow. Got scammed there. But goes like quite further than the other one. Not that much. Thought it would go further. Deals more damage or something. Yeah.
Slight clarification. So when you set the frog down in Sparkle stance, it gains meter for you constantly while in the Sparkle stance. So you put it down, and your meter will just keep going up as long as the frog is in Sparkle stance. Which also means, of course, since 120% and supers are a thing, and well, like Karina. The Frog Girl does have like good supers, you kinda have to go in and get the frog to stop somehow. Otherwise, like you're dealing with Karina with meter all the time, which is what realistically will happen anyway. But you know, yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, if you set down.
Yeah, I did that earlier. Actually, where is the super? Oh my god. Watches.
Gotta go throw some dinner together. I'll be back, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, there we go. That's Afro the meter. That's why it would add like infinite meter. So yeah, you can see you build meter for you. So that means like technically you can build like even more meter by like.
Oh. We're in front of the meter.
Oh. Yeah.
But now you can see like next to my cheek, it yeah. It's like yeah, put her in Sparkle. And like the meter gain is significant, like if it's staying there, and and the frog has all of the uses that we that Vic talked about earlier.
Exactly.
So
and you can still land mix up and everything to get even more meter on top of what it's building. So
yeah, so you can protect your frog. Yeah, so you can protect your frog too, and just get the meter from the back, basically.
Yep. Speaking of meter, that is one of the best super in the game. It can be tough to combo. I don't have meter anymore. Wait. I didn't even talk about specials outside that, so maybe I should talk special. I have to go in the super right now. But I need meter. You know what? I'll just activate it back to 120 again. So this super deal a lot of damage and give you like a free combo after. You can also loop it, which can be tough and depend like kinda your position and everything. Wow. Okay. There we go. And as you can see, that deals a lot of damage. And then you have your series and everything behind it. That is potentially like one of the most damaging combo, but that means like you generally need 120% because otherwise you can only do one and not loop it. Still pretty good. You can land it after like any 2A or any 2B, anything, like even taking like your overhead, like if they hit like boom. And even your throw, because your throw is also quite special. It's the only throw that is cancelable in middle of it by a special or a super. So normally like it's sent in the air. But if you can cancel into a special in the middle of it. And the two options that are good to remember are the super and the other one is like the DP. Because this throw is not a knockdown. it's kind of rare, but this one, if you see that 10 them, they can tech. Meaning that if you try to do like some combo you missed, they can tech out. Or like even if you try to reland, to do a reland combo, you cannot. That's why like DP is very important because she can jump cancel the DP. And the DP knockdown, so it leads to an actual true combo. Very important to know.
There's another two things about the frog. So the frog will generally run back to Karina, but the frog will sometimes be busy because a different move happened or something. Or because of enemy positioning. And yeah, exactly. The move that you input is dependent on the frog's position, not yours. The frog will not first run to you and then do the move, right? Like, it will do the move from whenever it happens. This includes the frog super, which can lead to some funky stuff like off-screen frog super coming in for the rescue. This can catch some people. Also,
that also mean...
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I think you were going the same way.
You go ahead first.
That also means that like if it's busy and you're trying to tell it to do something, like here, it will not, because it's already in a cooldown of like a previous move, for example.
Yeah, only once it starts running again, basically.
Exactly.
So, yeah, the frog super. I mean, it's true of the regular running forward frog shot too, but yeah, the frog super is fairly low to the ground. This means if somebody commits to a fireball or some horizontal option, this is an instant punish. So it's pretty good for this sort of thing too. Because it'll go under a lot of things, so they won't clash with it and actually hit them.
Yep. Tutus are pretty good. They anti-air somewhat, but like the first hits are like very low, so it's kind of hard to anti-air with it. But very good anti-ground options and both, I think. Let me try that. Yeah, both are like jump cancelable. So that is pretty good for that. Not on block, of course. Anything that is jump cancelable is not jump cancelable block. But if they block and they're not used to playing against this character, it can be funky because, yep, it does a cross-up option, which kind of break like a manual auto-guard, I mean. You can block it normally. There we go. But yeah, it takes like some time to get used to, and you can so you can get away with some wild DP because it will bounce further or something like that. Up. Yeah. I guess the A version doesn't do a follow-up necessarily. Interesting. But yeah. That's what I mean. And like what you would do with those and like being in the air, being annoying, doing a frog, setting your frog, trying to mix up people and like set up a more frog like combo like this and stuff like this. General pop-out character. And if you get a hit, you get this super and do a combo. I guess quickly about the other super. 2-2C. Pretty good anti-area actually, like that is some iframe at the start during the flash, and I think after, if I remember correctly. Yep. A bit after, it still has like upper body invincibility, and that are anti-air, so cannot block it. It only does multi-hit after you actually hit with a move, on hit, on block. You have to keep that in mind, because that means like you don't want to just really like send it, because on block that's highly punishable. But otherwise, like yeah, if you see them like close enough, or if you make them block with like a jumpy close to the ground, you could technically bam, unblockable. Quarterback C. You might think it's good. It's worthless. Even if you try to O-key them, right? Let's imagine that they're on the ground. They can high jump. High jump as F-frame, as we said earlier. So they can like get away. And even in most cases, you see like they can tech, and so they will be able to block. It's never worth the meter, so I really don't recommend it. The only weird usage is like sometimes you can grab them in between frogs, but again, the usage is not useful. Try to fish if you're full screen and the frog is close to them. That is more useful than this. And I think that's it for Karina. Boom. Nana, we talk. Kyoklo. How many characters do we have? Because doesn't to be late.
I think
Hmm?
there's still enough characters. I don't know if we should do that.
Yeah, that's fair. We can stop. People like seem to have like no further like question anyway.
People are satisfied. Yes.
Yeah, that is fair.
Yeah. I guess we can like, if we do this again, we can check which characters we didn't talk about and then do it at a later time.
Maybe next time I will have done some tutorial video that I can share, but I doubt. I don't have time right now. Definitely something. Next time I will like try to talk about this type of stream earlier, like that some people that might be interested will know about it earlier than that. And you could maybe submit like some of your matches and we could review them on stream or something like that. Just like this stream was not very planned until basically 2 days ago, and so I just went ahead with it because I think that could be good for people to know about like their character and stuff like that if they have questions.
Yep. If you're curious in some other way about the game, tomorrow is like the beginners tournament.
Yep.
Also at 22 CEST.
Yep, which is for EDT. So
yeah,
feel free to sign up. I'll just send the link and send the thing.
open to anyone.
Yep, open to anyone. Right now, I think we are like 20-ish. Yes, we are 20. So pretty good.
And only beginners allowed, i.e. our veteran players will just be, watching stuff.
Yeah, we'll be commentating, watching, and like giving tips like during the thing. So yeah, feel free to join. We'll try to do more of them more regularly. And yeah, mainly that. I think that's it. Yeah, next time we'll try to also do this stream something a bit less long. Yeah. Depend if people have more questions or like if we have more matches to review, but yeah. Hope people still like we're glad to know more about the game and have the question answered, and yeah, I guess see you all tomorrow for the tournament. And right, and Sunday also for casual session for anyone that can want to join at a bit earlier, basically, than the beginner tournament. Don't want to say too many times to not confuse people. Anyway.
Yeah. All right, let's then. Yep. Bye, stream.
Bye, stream. Thanks for watching.